the night. So cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressure rising, the charts are bold. Dating bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings spinning on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Treading air, the pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
But I just had some shaving cream on my neck there. That was looking a little suspicious. Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Look clean shaven this morning. Every once in a while, I'll get up and make myself pretty for you guys. Get my pretty little face there. Let me check both sides. How does this side look? Look at this. Papa Bear looking clean today. Every time I wake up, I look a little shaggy. I get lazy throughout the week. But iDoc and I are going somewhere tonight, so I figured I might as well look less like a hobo. Clipped. Oh crap. I'm caught. How y'all doing today? All right. I'm getting everything going. A little late start this morning. Not gonna lie, I was like running around the house doing stuff. Tomorrow is like the biggest day. I've got a whole bunch of people come over the house. We're remodeling a whole bunch of things. We're building a brand new living room thing, like a giant TV wall with like sconces and shelves and all that. They're going to come out there and look. I've got Best Buy come in installing my new surround system and all the gear that goes with it. Like it's going to be like a busy day. So I'm going to be running up and down tomorrow, but just to make some money. You know how it goes. All right, see what we got. Make sure I've got these marked different. 60, 24. Okay, good. All right, cool. So we have monthly hedge pressure again. Make it some A+ right out the door. We're dipping. I didn't take any trades overnight. I told you guys yesterday in boot camp I was going to take no trades. By the way, quickie, while we're here chilling. Who here, just in general, and if you guys, I just want to know, in your like journey trading, has our boot camp been of any help to you whatsoever in whatever you're seeking to learn or do? And if it is, can you tell me what is your favorite aspect of what it is you got out of it, or your biggest lesson, or the biggest change? Like, let me know for some general feedback. And also, if you don't mind, leave a review on the site. If you've had a good time, if you had a horrible time, whatever, just leave a review. Obviously on the site would be really awesome. I always encourage people to leave reviews, so have your experiences. The Jolts came out as a huge beat again. Wow, okay. More job openings. Let's see what we got. The ISM manufacturing numbers came out. Manufacturing PMI came out. Construction spending came out. That was down. S&P Global numbers as well, which is their manufacturing PMI. Big day today. Like markets hating some of this news, or at least reacting to some of this news. Maybe not even hating it, but let's say reacting to it. Let me double check which ones. One of them must have, Wall Street must have hated one of them. Let's go see which one it was. Somebody said the ADP. Okay, let's go check it out. So you guys know there's a difference. There's a ADP is a private sector group. Everybody knows your company probably has ADP or whatever. Government also releases numbers sometimes. You'll see that there's a lot of time there's like a government version of a number and then a private version of a number. Which one do you trust? They're independent, surveys or sources, so you can trust probably both of them. Both of them are reading different things for different. Like in oil, you had the API numbers, and then you had the EIA numbers. EIA is a government agency, and API is private sector. So they all have their different versions of their inventory and different ways to do it. 1,000% positioning change is your biggest thing that changed your trading. Awesome. And while you're saying that, let's say good morning, guys. I didn't see everybody in the chat here, but let me go ahead and do this. Good morning, Kevin, Simon Dean, Just Me Talking Out Loud, TT, Fraser, Mikkel, Quantu, morning, 30 minutes ago. Macro news. Yep. All right. Jay Hicks, good morning. Alec, good morning. Ian, Gasper, Troy, Bisla. Who here, it's your first time in the stream, or this is your first week in the stream? That's also what I want to know. We'll be doing a giveaway every single day that I told you guys if I hit 1,000 viewers, which we've hit 4 days in a row now. We'll do a Tradeify straight to funding giveaway all month. And the next month, it might be a different company's giveaway, but like a funded account giveaway. As a celebration, maybe next month we'll do maybe ETF, maybe we'll do something else, but I'm going to go out there and buy just as a celebration. Obviously more viewers, more people, more prop activity, so more giveaway, more give back. I'm kind of like the idea of giving back to you guys. Market's been brutal to say. Yep, good morning rest of you guys. Julian, PB, I'll read the next 20 names. Jay Hicks, Alec, Ian, Casper, this is Sire, Badger, good morning. TT, good morning. Money Maker, Aspiration, Conrad. Let's have a nice chill day. Check the charts at midnight. Ready for another story? Yeah, I know, right? Morning, Ibrahim. BD, ICT, Trader, and Trader Dog. Trader Drawing, Bearing Bulls, Brian Trades, Annie. Let's fucking go. Best stream. Love you, Annie. Dominique, Michael, literally the best trader on YouTube. Thank you too. Wow, y'all are super sweet today. All right, Little Blue and everyone else. Eli clipped the shaving cream on my neck. Oh no. Damn it. All right. Okay, let's see. So the best thing you guys have learned from the boot camp that's been very most helpful to you is positioning. Okay, learning to be patient, risk management, 1000%, love understanding how to find where the market maker's volume plays a part. So finding volume, very important. So a lot of this, you guys are really kind of resonating with multiple parts of it. Cool. Giving you a fuller picture of what's actually happening, not chasing trades based on intuition, candle reading. Right. So you're basically getting rid of the whole intuition part of it and realizing that intuition's kind of not the most helpful thing. Volume being consistent at least gives you the right place to take your shot from. Let your intuition be which way do I bet, long or short, but at least aiming for the right spot is the most important thing when it comes to intuition. Making the guess at the wrong place still loses money, even if you're on the right side of the trade, right? Yeah. Nice. Raw market condition. Looks like Inky broke overnight MHP. Did it? I don't think it did. 517 is here. It broke weekly, which is kind of like not really devastating to the market, but it is sort of like it can create an additional oof, right? As you see, when you get close to MHP, do y'all all see in the morning there's a volume spike here? We always talk about our hedge pressure levels is volume spike. We broke yellow line, which is also kind of a bigger deal. That's always kind of like a resistance sort of pivot we could have today being like the first down day. And if you guys were trading yesterday or watching me trade yesterday, what a freaking journey, man. I ended up green, like really green for the day. I haven't forgot how much I made, but I started off being like just flat because while most of my accounts are up like $1,000, one account was down like 10 grand. The one I was fighting on the stream, coincidentally, the one that you guys got to watch was the one that was taking all the heat, which is fun because you got to watch me commit to that account all day. And I turned that account from like upside down close to 10K to freaking $74 winning. I ended up scrubbing or like scraping back $10,000 with the profit, sticking to my guns by the end of the day, little by little, one trade at a time. And it's great because you guys got to watch all of that, which is really fun. And by the end of the day, we're like, oh my God, we got back to zero. Now, psychologically, it's a lesson of something you shouldn't do is tell yourself, I got to get back to zero or I got to turn the screen. Don't ever think like that because the psychology of that's just stupid. There's no reason. A loss is a loss. You shouldn't remember the loss on your next trade. There should be no tally of how much you've lost other than I'm no longer trading for the day or whatever. But it shouldn't be like, okay, you know, I've got like, how many times you guys traded like whatever firm you're doing and you've got $500 till it goes fund and you're, oh man, I just need to make $500 and go fund it tomorrow. Okay, let me just make this quick $500, right? And get it to funded and pass today, and that can go in tomorrow instead of waiting for a good setup and then you blow it. You know, we've all been there, right? You're like $20 away from the finish line. You're just like, okay, one more trade. Let me just pick a direction long, and then you're down $1,000 again. You're like, oh wait, why did I do that, right? So never like I got to get back to zero as a target. Just it's more like I just got to keep trading like normal, right? That was somebody said that was you. Yeah, that's been me before in a lot of my prop journey. You know, let me just one tap this, and all of a sudden I'm on the losing trade. So you guys like to give the risk management, getting appropriate confluence around market conditions, position sizing. That's the longest you lasted without blowing up. This is what I'm telling you, Alina, and everybody here. Read what Alina wrote. She said, the longest you've gone without blowing up. This is the journey of a trader, and this is usually the biggest hurdle. I'll tell people when you're learning trading. How do you like people like what's your goal? Of all the goals you're going to face in this uphill battle of trading, the steepest climb for the finish line. Here's the finish line. At the finish line, this is your I'm gonna be very terrible at drawing this. Looks like, I know it looks horrible. This is your Lambo. I'll put an L there so you know. Your Lambo or whatever waiting for you at the finish line. Whatever it is, a Lambo, vacation, retirement, whatever you're looking for at the finish line in life. And if trading is your journey to try to get there, whatever. In the course of this, the stages, the hardest hurdle you're going to get over is this one right here. Yeah, this is the hardest hurdle. This is, I tell people this is the actual journey, not losing money. This is the hurdle known as making money. Okay, making money is the easy part. Very easy, actually. People don't understand how easy it is to make money in trading. You can push a button randomly and wake up and then leave your computer, and 30 minutes later, you've made $10,000 with no thought, no effort, no anything. Making money is so freaking easy in this game, but losing money is very easy as well. And when you add the two together, overall, you probably make money, but you don't keep it, right? And this is the journey of most traders. People think I got to make a lot of money. And the answer is no. The biggest uphill battle is not losing money. This, it's easy to make money, but as somebody threw the punchline out, losing money is 1,000 times easier. While it's very simple to make money in trading, it's extremely, it's like super duper simple to lose it. So when you add the two together, in this lesson, you're obviously losing money is more common than making it. All kind of factors going into it. I just push a button, wake up, and there's $10,000. I can also push a button, wake up, and there's minus 10. And so what's the hardest thing? Not losing the money you have. If you got to a point where you were no longer blowing up and you're surviving, that's the biggest hurdle. You were like a few steps away from making money, and maybe a little bit. This is like 10 years of somebody's journey, and then this is like the last year of tweaking it. Once you got to the point of surviving, you're like that close to whatever you're trying to accomplish, whether it's, trading successfully, whether it's whatever, in any kind of business. This is an entrepreneurial skill. So this isn't just like me telling you your Lambo's waiting for you. Anything you're doing in a business, once you get to the point that your business is no longer making money, no longer losing money, it's so easy from there. You are just one product away, or one thing away, or one decision away from your dreams coming true with that business. The biggest struggle of a business owner is that let's get to zero. Let's get to where the business is supporting itself. That's usually when you throw your biggest party. We now have broken even, guys. Now we just need one more thing to now start making money. That's it. One more thing. The one more thing rule. And very true in trading. If you're no longer blowing up, and this is the longest you survived, you're at that kind of like sweet spot of coasting into this happy place where it's like, okay, now you don't need to change. You just need a few things to work on to get to the next level. There's so many millions of things that go into the not losing money anymore phase. That was my biggest hurdle too. How do you stop losing money doing this? And once you're like, okay, I'm breaking even. Okay, now what couple of tweaks I can do to make a little bit? Oh, that made a little bit. Okay, let me tweak a little bit more. Oh, that made a little bit more. Let me tweak a little bit more. You're no longer making like sweeping changes where you're like blowing up every other day. Now you're just like tweaking your skill set. Okay, yeah, people are now coming to my restaurant. Now they like the menu that I have. Okay, what should I do? Not let me just change the entire menu. No, let me add one more thing to the menu. Hell, let me open an hour earlier. Let me, come up with like micro, tiny little changes to sort of tweak going further. Okay, 30 minutes to market open, and whatever's going on here, we're getting a little bit of a green candle off of this ADP number today. Just read the news. The less you're trying to lose money, then it becomes like trying to win money. Murphy's Law. There you go. You learn by following strict rules and risk management. It's all about surviving the next day. Do that every single night and just will come down. Yeah, as long as you survive. The hardest thing is surviving. Yeah, that horrible Lambo is horrible drawing. Why do I trade Nasdaq more than S&P? Not really, just the opportunity that lines up. It's more of a coincidence. Lately, Nasdaq has been there. Helpful said that one time it was close to 600 bucks, wanted to be funded, and then instead of waiting, you forced 2 trades. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, just watch the videos if you can't. It's in the class. What's up? What's up? What's up? New jean jacket. You got a new jean jacket? Yep. Making money in trading is easy, comma, but losing it is a lot easier. That's the punchline. All SEC watchdogs in here, go to hell, because I'm not saying trading's easy. It's a thought experiment, an eye-catching thought experiment. Making money in general is very hard when you add up the components of making it is easy, but losing it is 10 times as easy. So the net sum of that is negative. All right. Let me see. I gotta get something here really quick. Our guys make sure when you guys are understanding the prop deals out there, everybody's pitching some prop deals. I got the scoop on the best ones out there. I'll tell you right now. Let me do this really quick. Hold on. You've made back all your money for hitting daily loss limit. You're sticking to your rules and your plan. Let's go, Johnny. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so wait. Who here? Okay, sorry. Who here? It's your first week here. Your first day here. What's up? Hey, son. Tyler, my boy. Making dad proud today. You gonna make some money? Cheer for the mean giggles. Margin buffer limit. Do you sometimes use that? Do not snap to that level. So right, it does definitely snap to level because that's kind of like a longer term make or break pivot. The yellow lines are not like intraday day trading pivots. It's like in a general sense, if we lose this, the market can start to pick up some momentum. That just means it lacks the upper momentum and push it higher. Do I usually, it says, Matt, do you usually blank? Yes, I usually blank. They usually not trade for market open. No, I will if the opportunity's there. If I hit hedge pressures, usually I'll take a tap on it, but nothing yet. Millie Ross, how do you go back from making good money last year to absolutely wrecking yourself this year? Switch completely and don't know what I'm doing anymore. Any advice? Well, what have you changed? That's the biggest thing you have to do. Anytime you make a step change and it's not working anymore, undo it. But also last year's market dynamic is different than this year. This year we had freaking circuit breaker threatening market crashes and trade war and news-based trading, a lot different than last year. Also, I'm going to tell you, there's a step change. There's a very big difference between last year and this year. And if anybody can guess what it is, I'll be very proud of you. Last year's market was infinitely different than this year's market. Does anyone know why? Anybody got an idea? Yeah, we got a new president, man. It's a different environment. You'll learn as a trader, every 4 years, the stock market's different. You guys nailed it. Every 4 years, you got a different stock market. Biden, you forgot that guy was even alive sometimes. You were like, oh, that guy. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. What's he up to these days? How you doing, Gramps? You're like, he never did anything to make the market do anything. Trump is like, every 5 minutes, you're on edge, like, listen to everything he's saying, right? I've traded through, let's see, in 2010 was Obama, right? I traded from Obama to Trump to Biden to Trump. This was my life as a trader. And every 4 years, you're going to see the environment's different because the presidents can maybe do a whole lot or do a whole lot of nothing. Biden did a whole lot of nothing when it came to Wall Street. So we didn't experience a lot. We were basically untethered from presidential effects. He wasn't out there making sweeping geopolitical changes. Trump, on the other hand, extremely volatile, right? So if you're doing bad this year, welcome to Trump era trading. I did 4 years of it. I'm going to tell you, it's an adjustment, a serious one. And of all presidents there have ever been, I can't think of one. I wasn't around before Obama trading. I can't think of one that has had more of an impact on the market day to day than Trump. I've never seen a more volatile president. So if you're doing bad this year, try again in 3 years. Kidding, but it could be why. Yeah, Papa Bear out there, kicking the hornet's nest every other day, right? Explain what I'm looking for. Right now, I'm looking for support pivots. Half gap, wherever we open up, this is usually a starting point to support the market. I'll usually look for the same thing. Again, these are moving targets, so I'm just moving them around. Estimating. Hedge pressure's along, open is along, half gap, all of this is like a long area for the longer trade if the market opens pretty solid. Now, we'll see if we're not getting anything. Obviously, yesterday was pretty crazy because we had a big, nasty sell-off. I ended up making most of my money back on these trades here, but it looks like the market is in that mode of trying to sell. So I'm going to wait today. I don't like the way that this looks. It'd be nice if we get a big rally up, but of course, this is a holiday week and we may not get anything crazy. We could, but also I just feel that there's a little bit of lacking momentum. And we could possibly get a continuation of the selling. VIX trailed up just a little bit in this downward move overnight, but it's not really moving that quickly. So I'm going to say the market might not be so volatile. And again, strong A+ pivots could be what we're looking for. We can get monthly hedge, lower DD band. This is all good eats today. Down here, A+, maybe at the open A+. Probably our only options today. Maybe with this amount of selling, we might actually be close to like liquidity pockets, but we'll see, right? Just looks like we're getting a flat open in S&P. Flat-ish open. Let me start to set on my charts here. Guys, do me a favor, smash the like button. We have been growing every single day. Every stream has been bigger than the last for the last 4 days. We broke 1,000 viewers with the 1,000 balloons over there. 1,000 concurrent viewers. We are getting close to 10,000 views a day now. I remember 7 months ago, we were getting close to 300 views a day. And I'd get happy when it was like, oh my God, iDoc, it's 350. Whoa, 350? And now we're just like staring at it. We're like, oh, yesterday was 9,000. Oh, today was 10,000. Cool. It's like, instead of going up 10, it's going up 1,000 every other day. So I really have to say thank you guys for all your support of this channel. No gimmicks, no craziness. Well, maybe I wear a cowboy hat every once in a while, but live futures trading, I mean, it's what it is. I show you guys what I do. I explain all my trades. I teach a lot. It's all free, you know, and I'm really happy that you guys supported us. This is like extremely awesome to see this growth. Now, again, we've been grinding for about 10 years on YouTube, off and on, you know, building trading platforms and such. Took a huge couple year break for that one, but now, you know, we're hitting it full force, and I really appreciate you guys supporting me and supporting My Fun and TV. Super awesome. So thank you guys all. There is Trader talking here. What's up? What's up? Second day here. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Keep telling your friends Biden's hands are not made of actual. Got the CBC account. Can you use the Rocket Scooter? Now you can't trade any of your prop firms to Rocket Scooter, unfortunately. Not yet. Now, again, there's a whole open path for a lot of these prop firms going to like Project X and some of these other places that we might be able to create connections to eventually one day. You think Vance will be the next president? Probably. Probably be the next candidate for sure. But the person who asked earlier, also another thing is not just Trump is making it harder, but it is a different environment. So when you go year to year, there's sometimes just sweeping change in how the market acts. Your job as a trader is to have something that kind of works in all environments. And my style and strategy works in all environments. In Trump's market, I'm waiting a lot more. In Biden's market, a lot of times I would just jump in and close my eyes and be like, whatever. It's probably in Trump. I have to be like, oh, let me size down because Trump could tweet something, right? And adaptability is very important. Now, it's not every couple of years you're going to have a president you're going to adapt to. Not very often you're getting a president that's like volatile in the markets. Trump is like a wild card that we don't get too often. Most presidents aren't going to be doing day-to-day stuff. You're going to be following most of the macro. You're going to stream? All right, Tyler. See you later on your stream, broski. Hold on. Make me proud. Hold on, let's do something really quick. What the heck is his YouTube channel? Hold on. Where the heck is where's my Twitter here? Is it TG Capital? All right. Here it is. All right, let's all do something really quick. Is he live? He's not live yet. All right, when Tyler, he's not here anymore. When Tyler goes live, let's all go into his channel for like 2 minutes and just talk mad shit to him. Like literally just troll the hell out of him for like a minute. Just to show your love. Is it TG? Okay. Let's wait till y'all let me know when he goes live. Let's just go over there and Tom's better than Tyler. Oh, sweet. We got to go tell him how proud we are of our boy. Talk about his teeth being a scam. That's the biggest scam of all. Tyler's delightfully white smile. Where'd you get those veneers, bro? I've been thinking about getting veneers, man, but they're expensive. iDoc is like, you need to go to Vietnam to get them because you'll get them for like half price. A lot of her answers are like, if you want to get something done, you go to Vietnam and you can get like great quality for half price. So I'm like, maybe one day. I mean, I have a good smile, but I want this pearly whites. You know what I mean? Hold on. Okay, guys. Looks like market's opening lower on some of these overnights. Let's go ahead. I mean, some of these morning here we go. Morning news reads. And so today, obviously, a lot of stuff is being crammed into Thursday because we don't have Friday as a holiday, right? And we have a big news week. And so today, let's go ahead and do here Tuesday, which is wait, hold on. Wednesday, sorry. Tuesday, we had the ISM numbers, S&P global numbers. This was a big mover in the jolts. This was yesterday for today's Wednesday. And today we actually had the ADP non-farm numbers come in, and that came in as a negative 33 on a 99. When you pair that with the jolts went up as well to make it an even bigger deal. So jolts going up, basically it's hinting at layoffs. This is what this is actually telling you guys. And maybe there's some delayed effect on the tariffs. Just as a quickie for market opens, jolts are the available job openings. So if you think about, and you can piece this together, what a jolt is very simple. It's available job opening that companies report. We have a job opening, A. B, the position can be filled within 30 days. C, the job can start within 30 days after being filled. C is there's active recruiters recruiting for the job. And D, there's active employees that could take the job. So basically it's like an unlubricated chain. There's no bottlenecks in this chain. All the pieces are there. And so it's a pure supply and demand of jobs. You can't, like, if it's like an isolated job in a region, there's no workers there, it wouldn't count. So it's like not skewed by weirdness. The fact that jolts have been going up 3 different times means new jobs are there. There's only 2 reasons new jobs are there. Either A, companies are growing and making new jobs faster than they're filling them, or B, companies are starting to lay people off and trying to fill the jobs with better employees. If they're laying off the job and closing the job down, then the job's no longer available. So this is not normally layoffs because of bad performance. If it goes up, it could be layoffs because you want better employees. So it means basically, you know, you could be, there's better employees in the labor pool, or basically your productivity is low, whatever. And you want to get somebody better. But it's a hint at possible a little bit of layoffs maybe. And so when you see the ADP numbers come through, which is obviously ADP is a private sector, you know, survey from the ADP software and stuff. And you can see that for the first time in a long time, the actual growth in payrolls is negative. So basically when it's positive, it means there's more and more jobs. Negative change. So this is a change already. So a negative change just means the change is less, right? It's negative. So a lessening change means that the total number is sloping up and flattening out. If the change is going less and less and less, we're getting fewer and fewer new jobs, and that the change is negative, then you're going down now for that's what negative means. So Wall Street hates that idea. When you pair it with the jolts, this is ADP says we're getting some layoffs. The first time it's been negative in I don't know how many years. Right? It's a direct effect of the tariffs. I mean, simply, they haven't been negative since COVID. And that's a big deal. And whether that's a misprint or that's the real number, Wall Street kind of hates that. It's not necessarily like, you know, it's recessionary threat, right? Okay, that's bad. Okay, but, you know, one data point's one data point. But then when you pair it up with the jolts, right, I can tell you that the jolts have also, where the hell did I put that? Like, my browser's all, you know, funky here. There we go. We pair it with the jolts. This is 3 times in a row we have an uptick in the jolts. And so, I mean, you've got fewer and fewer jobs and more layoffs. Okay, well, we got the Thursday numbers coming out. I don't know if they're still Thursday or they shifted because of the holiday. But Thursday, we're going to get the initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims. That's going to complete the puzzle. It's basically just saying companies are not on a big fat hiring spree, probably due to the tariffs. They're kind of in like slow mode right now. And that's not super bullish for the economy, and people are just kind of reacting to that negativity there, right? But hey, it's Tyler Live. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's grab his channel. Hold on. We got to go over there and say hi. All right, let me give you all the link. Just go say hi really quick. Market up is 10 minutes down, but let's go have some fun here. This is Tyler. This is one of our mods. This is one of my buddies. He's streaming. Give him some love. Don't distract him too long because market's opening in 5 minutes. Just say something funny. He's got to focus on his trading.
that proud. And if I do that, keep giving me a pat on the back. And you know what? We're gonna go to Texas and we're all gonna celebrate together. That's it. Could you ask for anything more?
That's funny.
Proud of you.
That's funny. All right. Always wrong, ADP, but relevant. There you go. Yeah, could be. Well, yeah, like could that data be wrong, right? All right, 33,000 jobs in last sprint. Yeah, that's basically really bad, right? And we have since we have the non-farms coming out, what it's hinting is that if the non-farms also agree, they're gonna come out pretty kind of weird as well. All right, gonna be looking for some possible, again, long setups of dips to buy. Market's still gonna be extremely bullish. Greater market indicators today. You guys know the drill of how we do this. Greater market. DD ratio. Greater than half. It's going to be greater than half today. Almost no reason it wouldn't be. SPY greater than MHP. They're both going to be super bullish. Monthly maps, that's the questionable one. Remember, Nasdaq was challenging being on the wrong side. So we're going to see. If two of these indicators are bullish, I'm bullish. If one of them's bullish, I'm bullish. If one of them's bearish, I'm still bullish. So I'm still bullish today. We need to find a dip to buy. Oops. Monthly maps, baby. Monthly maps. Here we go. All right. So the opening move is usually resilience. I might not long right out the open. I'm going to probably wait, but we do have MHP down here, which is nice. S&P is at 6224. Nasdaq is, I'm just reading these numbers here. Nasdaq is about 517. We've got A plus all down in here. It could be another trading day like yesterday, which would be nice. What I do when the market's bearish, I usually sit out if the long market flips bearish, and I usually will take MHP breaks, shorts, or shorting off of key areas that we have pivots on. And not really in this kind of environment are there a lot of short setups. Even if the market does sell, you usually see me waiting for a dip to buy. Even when markets are moving, I can still get long trades out of it. I'm still looking for long setups here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I was gonna. All right, I want to make like a little graphical thing from a. It's gonna make like a little graphical thing that had like all the deals on it and put that on my screen really quick. How quick can I type? Is like all right. Bum, bum. Boom, boom. All right, 3 minutes till market opens. Yesterday was such a crazy day. Like one of my accounts was down 10K and I brought it back to $74 to finish the day. What an incredible journey. That was so much fun. If you guys were there for that journey. That was a wild day. That was wild. All right. All right, guys, we're getting ready to get open. 1 more minute here. All right, let's get ready to do this, you guys. All right, and we're off. Let's see what we got right here at the open. Half gap, we're going to be supporting really flat here. I think I feel my all right, resilience is kind of positive-ish. Now again, I'm going to wait for this because I have a feeling that the market's going to probably tease us for a little bit and maybe not give us something good. The open price, open is usually a setup. Let's wait till we get everything printed out though before I make a decision on what I want to do. I'm going to wait on this one. I think Wall Street's not going to be happy with this ADP news here. All the selling that yesterday, resiliences are immediately negative. So you're going to chill on this one. Half gap is resistance with negative resilience. So it's not really a short setup day, but I am going to let it sit and chill. The best case scenario, we fill the gap and probably sell off with negative res. So let me chill on this. No longs out the door. And wait. All right, this doesn't look super bullish maybe, but we'll see. If I get resilience polarity flip to positive, I might take it. I will let you guys know if I do anything. Positive could be, actually, maybe. You know what? It is 50, it is 30. Market is flat though. Let me give it a couple minutes. Let me wait on this one because I do think it can go fill the gap now. It's flip-flopping a little bit, but it is flat, so I'm not going to be super eager to jump in on this one yet. We'll see. I almost pushed the button. All right, so let me chill on this. Yeah, resilience is flip-flopping. Good, good. All right, so I'm going to wait until I get the liquidity maps first. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. We'll be doing giveaways every single day. We hit 1,100 viewers yesterday. If we can get 1,000 again today, we should be good. God, the same as yesterday. Bull long up so far away, nothing actionable. Let's see if Nasdaq is any better. Nope, it's almost same as yesterday, nothing actionable. We are so stuck in bull territory. It's nice. Same setup as yesterday. At the open, I could possibly take a long from here. Half gap res is doing slightly better. Oh, let me see if I can get a little bit of a downside here. Do I want Nasdaq or do I want S&P though? S&P is actually opening. It's right at its open. Yeah, let me take S&P here. I'm going to take a 2-spot long on S&P, just opening with res being 40. It is looking pretty solid. Let me just take one small trade here, 2 accounts. That's it. I'm not taking a huge. It's B setup. I'm not jumping in really heavily on this. This is just a trade up on this, maybe to fill the gap. It is a tight gap though. The R&R on this is barely 10 points. So, yeah, so it's like literally the same as the other day. So, yep, negative down open on market open. Yep. So we'll see what we get. Hedge pressure, we should close above that, hopefully. So half gap resilience greater than 0 should be at least bullish for today. All right, so I am choosing the long again. But not for big ups, but at least just for something. This is the only place to long from. If not, same as yesterday, market crashes out, I get A+ down in here. Watching these resilience numbers, the white numbers are greater than 0, so I'm in for the long. I like it. Flat open with res being positive. S&P already did go up to fill its gap. Wow, that was quick. Or Nasdaq did. Wait a minute. Yeah, Nasdaq did already fill its gap. Huh. That's bad execution on my part. I completely missed that one. Half gap is support with positive res. So that's kind of a crummy entry here. I thought it was, I'm so distracted right now. All right, so if we lose this, if we lose the open with positive res, I'll probably kind of like duck out of this. If we lose this opening low range, I'll just close and then long right back into the box. So I'm on the S&P here. Hang tight on that one. Yeah, just maybe not the best situation, but I do have A+ down at the bottom here. Right, we can call it quits if it doesn't work. Bum, bum. I'm trying to trade. I'm also trying to make something in Canva. Canva's like so slow right now for whatever reason. All right, take a look at this. Nasdaq hopefully opening support open here, half gap. Looking for this to support with positive resilience. Should be okay. Like, what on earth is going on here, Canva? There we go. That long going there, baby. She cooking. Oh, this is good. Okay. Come on. Ooh, 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 I love. Okay, Nasdaq is putting up pretty high, pass open, looking good. S&P's barely moving though. All right, let me take profit on the gap fill. I don't necessarily believe in this. S&P's not even fucking moving. S&P, why aren't you moving? Let's go. I don't like that it's not moving at the open. So I was in 2 accounts. One was Nasdaq, one's S&P. Let me. Or is this still positive? So the S&P is going to be first. I took profit on that Nasdaq gap fill. The S&P can move here. That was $1,000 in one account. I'm gonna trade them. I'm gonna trade all my accounts individually, to be honest. Just one at a time today. Keep an eye on these white numbers, resilience here. Yes, I'm trading and I'm making something in Canva. I'm making the world's like most ugliest thing, but it'll get the job done. My graphic design skills are absolute trash, but it's okay. I would say not absolute trash, just mild trash. I can't read anything you guys are saying. All right. There we go. There we go. This will be helpful. All right. Y'all like that I'm over here like whipping up something in Canva while I'm trading? This is multitasking like a pro. All right. All right, we're back. All right, let's see what I get. You know, check Microsoft. All right, let me double check really quick. And let's double check, like I said, I am Microsoft Bullzone bottom. That looks good. NVIDIA looks pretty decent as well. Yeah, things are looking okay out the door here. Watch today, S&P be like the terrible choice to make. What's up, guys? Don't forget to hit the like button, friends. We're almost at 1,000 viewers. Ooh, already. I love it. Every single day, we get bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's do monthly maps on SPY. We are good inside of liquidity pockets. You guys remember from monthly map class? We are still pretty good right here. Okay. NASDAQ. NASDAQ is still in liquidity pocket. We're still good-ish. It's not the best, but it's not bearish yet. So it looks like we survived yesterday. And monthly maps are okay in the S&P. They're... I swear I'm hearing something. I feel like I keep hearing something. Am I going mad? I keep hearing like random noises. Like I got something playing in the background. Do I use Bookmap? I don't use Bookmap, no. I want to say it's not a bad piece of software.
A liquid squeeze top. And dealers were getting short. He said, oh man, dealers are becoming short while it's a liquid to the upside.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm playing my own video. I knew I was hearing something. All right. I'm not an idiot. Okay. Here we go. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe I should make the text a little bigger. Okay, whatever. I was like, did I wake and bake? No, not today. No, I was like, I know I hear something. I heard something. I think I was just, my computer was auto playing some video that I was doing from the bootcamp yesterday. All right. So I took a long at open with this white line being greater than 0. It's a possible gap fill predictor to fill the gap here. Looks like some of the stocks are doing okay. We think we're getting a very healthy dose of undoing what happened yesterday. We got decent. Materials is up again. Technology and communications. Let me double check that this is refreshed. Yeah, tech is down a little bit. Comms are down a little bit. Everything else is positive. People are still buying the dip right now. Crazy. So NASDAQ is getting a little bit more of the upside it didn't get yesterday, which was crazy. NASDAQ is what ate my lunch yesterday. So my one scalp out the door, I had 2 contracts NASDAQ, and then over here 2 contracts S&P. I already closed the NASDAQ out for $1,000 profit just in one account. It's not A+, so I'm not tapping it online. You know how I do this. I just hit it a couple accounts. Just a couple. Are we at 1,000 viewers again? Gosh, you guys like want to rob me blind. I tell y'all, if we get to 1,500 viewers, I'll start doing 2 extra Tradeify accounts on top of the giveaways we already do. And at 2,000, maybe I'll do 3 or 4, maybe 4. Maybe we'll just get crazy the bigger we get. This is incredible. All right, so greater market is all bullish. All 3 of these things are bullish. I had bull mentality today. No bear mentality. No crash market mentality. Greater market is decent. Is that text at the bottom there too small? Can I make that bigger? I think I freaking hate Canvas. slowness sometimes. Is that big? Can y'all see it? Okay. Let's make it smaller. Because people keep asking me, so if I put it there, then I can be lazy. That's the whole point. It's like, how lazy can I be today? That way I don't have to repeat myself. And people go, so what's the deal? I can just go like this. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, the deal? This one right here? Boom. It doesn't have all that graphics on there. I was just too lazy to make something. And for whatever reason, Canva is running on dial-up today. All right, so am I not getting a bunch of movement? Yeah, it is looking pretty solid, S&P at the open here. And again, it's a nice flat day. There really isn't any evidence of markets rallying from here, though. You know what I can do? Just because I don't like that it's not moving and the gap fill is only like 7 points, I'm probably going to just close out because I don't want this trade. I'd rather wait to see if we do sell and get a better spot. I don't have evidence it's going to sell, but I just don't like the R&R. I jumped in early on that one. So let me go ahead and purposely get out of the way. I still think it goes up, but I'd love to see what happens. Like if we do fall to MHP, that'd be even cooler. So I'm going to wait for that. Is there some reason why Canva's not loading up? Come on, baby. I was gonna make that text a little bit bigger. Can I put it on the left side? Yeah. I was trying to make it a little bit different, but for whatever reason, Canva is like deciding I don't want to load up right now. It takes a million years to load that site up. All right. All right, nice and bullish. The open, the top here is also bullish if the resilience numbers are greater than 0, which is a decent setup. Canva's amazing what I can do. Yeah, I love Canva. For whatever reason, it's like not loading up. For whatever reason, doesn't want to load up. Nice bull run off of this open here, looking tidy and solid. This is really the only option, either long at the open or but for whatever reason, I'm just like, the R&R on this is just 7 points. I'm like, you know what? Let me let it define itself a little bit further. Nice little bump. Of course, when I close, we get like a 4-point move, but it's not like I care about that. I would like to get some A+ setup, to be honest, more than anything. For here, it's long setup. If it fills the gap and then keeps going with positive white line, then it's bullish. Longing at the open with positive white line, also bullish, which is what I just did. I would say that from here, it's bullish. I just want to see like a better R&R on this, like the trade to fill the gap, which I just closed out early on. I could have got my 7 points there, but let's get a fatter font. That's nicer. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit better. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, bull day, just really good right out the door. Nice little tidy long. And after the gap fill, I'll be willing to long off of that box. So I'm going to wait to see if I get a better setup there. And all honesty, this is like the 8th day in a row we've had the same setup, right? All right. About to make the world's ugliest camera graphic. All right. But I guess I don't know. It's like I just don't feel the momentum today. But it's still not bearish. I'm actually kind of on the fence here. I'd love to see a dip like yesterday and we get some dips off the bottom. If I miss out on the long, I miss out on the long. I want to see very strong confluence. Obviously, resilience is going to be choppy because the market opened flat too. All right, this will be a little bit better. I don't feel like it's gonna sell off, but I'd like to be on the sidelines in case it does. I don't feel like it will, but the market's flat enough that. All right. Now I'm done with my graphic design. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, friends. Let's get up to 500 likes today. I love each and every single one of you. We have broken the 1,000 viewer mark again. Thank y'all. I love you guys so much. All right. All right, guys, do me a favor. I'll do a deal with you guys. If we get to 1,200 people today, maybe we can see if we can't push it one more time. I'll do 2 straight to fundeds instead of 1 at 1,200. So we're going to do a funded account giveaway like we do every single day. All right, everybody, this right here, if you guys can go retweet or at least comment if you don't want to retweet, but retweeting would help. Tag a couple people, retweet, whatever, get people in here, and then we'll do 2. Ooh. All right. Okay, now let me see if I get this. That's better. That's a little bit more like, here's the number, here's the thing. I think I'll put it right here. I'll keep this off to the left. What's up, guys? All right. The value of American markets, run it up. There we go. Let's go, run it up. Do I teach? Yeah, we do. We have a, and now I'm back, by the way. Y'all like my awesome, horrible, beautiful Canva 4th of July sales. This is the world's worst graphic design. I just grabbed a template that I already had done. Just filled in some text from a tweet. Oh, God, it's awful. Oh, it's the worst. All right, so reading some of you guys' questions, whatever question you have, I'm going to catch them really quick. Howdy, my friend. What's up, Juan? Make sure you say Nasdaq filled the gap. Are you referring to cash or Globex? Something I'm referring to the cash, the QQQ. Sorry, bud. QQQ. Do I use ICT concepts? I don't, but a lot of people here do. What is the advice to look out on the charts? Right now, I'm looking for the market to show signs of support and bullishness here. S&P at this half gap is support with this white line greater than 0. No evidence of it selling off yet. I'm going to kind of like scroll through the stocks really quick just to see if we're getting anything. Apple's good. Everything's looking good. So the question is, are people going to start selling this? And like Tesla's looking kind of bad. Google's looking kind of bad. Hit or miss. For whatever reason, I just don't feel like today is the day it rallies up outside of overnight range. I feel like today's the day it might sell up, but I'm not shorting it. All signs are still bullish. We just have a flat market with a medium positive resilience. This is not momentum build. When I see this, I'd like to see this like 50, 60, or 70 on a flat market. It's still bullish enough to be in on the long, which is why I longed out the door, but I'm not bullish for like big breakout runs. If I miss out on it, I miss out on it. but I'd like to see it looking a little bit better. If anything, if it falls and tests one more time, I'd be willing to take a long off of that. It looks like we're climbing because a lot of the Nasdaq stocks are moving higher, and S&P is kind of lagging behind. Like yesterday, S&P was not moving a lot either. So I think this is just kind of like a recovery day. Off of yesterday's kind of Nasdaq overshoot, so Nasdaq's getting a little bit of a positive shoot up today. Yeah, no selling, no shorting, nothing here. I did have the S&P long, but I did get out of the way because I don't really want to kind of like fuss with it. My accounts today are very light right now. I'm not doing much. Obviously, that ADP news was really bad, so a lot of people might be selling this today. We'll see. This is all. I'll just show you guys this. I didn't touch my fund and next accounts yet. I literally made $800 in Nasdaq. I lost 200 in S&P, just closing out, get out of the way. I decided I don't want to engage in a trade right now. I'm going to wait. Probably a smart move. Other than the fact that I'm not getting a really strong showing on resilience, even though it's positive enough to take the long. Where would I long to? I can probably get 8 points from here to touch the next pivot, maybe to keep going to the high. I don't think we get a big run up, but what I can do is say I'd rather miss out on picking up a few pennies on the way up. Right? To instead wait in case I get a big dip right there. Which would be kind of nice. Guys, do me a favor and go give that tweet some love, and we can get people in here. Oh, we are slightly below 1,000. What? We can't do that. We need to get going. $9.99. I know. Bum, 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 bum. All right, all right, all right. All right, let's see what we got. See what we got. See what we got. So for here, I think that I'd be willing to try one more attempt if it does get here, and this is looking better, but you can see that resilience is starting to deteriorate in a flat market. I do feel like I'm doing the right thing by sitting out, so I'm going to wait, and not that I'm going to short this to sell off, but I am going to wait for it to kind of like maybe do something worse. Good deal that I'm out on the sidelines here. I'm loving it. Tyler's stream is popping up. Oh, hell yeah, dude. He's got like 70 something viewers in there, man. We're glad to show our support. Tyler's been like a really good friend to us for the short time we've known him. Up and coming, you know, in the space. He's friends with some of my friends. That's how I met him. Really solid, you know, just like good energy, man. That's why I dig people in trading that are like not toxic dickholes, which is pretty much a lot of people. I'll go say hey. All right, I could take a long right here if I do feel that I could probably push this a little harder. S&P starting to move a little bit. Can I? You know what I'm saying? This is like the 8th day in a row we've had basically just opening mechanics with no hedge pressures, nothing nearby, just the dynamics. The market just moves so quickly into bull territory. The options have not caught up to show any kind of change. So with that being said, I don't have a lot of fun things to do other than what I've done every day, 8 days in a row, longing at the open. And so yesterday that bit me in the butt. And then today we're dealing with the negative ADB numbers, and the resilience number is just starting to pull back a lot. Not that I short it because it's going close to zero, but I had intuition that we weren't getting it strong enough. Once it started to go 30, 20, 10, I sort of just got out of the way, and then I'm not in the long here. When it's above zero, we support the box, which I'm pretty okay with that. But if it's like less than zero, it can fill the gap this way. All resilience does is pivot inside of this box. So this white line here, positive res goes this way, just to the box. It's not bullish all the way to the top. That way, less than zero, it's this way. And that's all you really are looking at is inside of this box. And so whether you think that it just breaks the box to keep going, or if you think that it hits the box and turns around, which is basically what I did with NASDAQ. I just longed from one side of the box to the other and took profit. And now that we're flat, the S&P is sort of pulling back and NASDAQ's sort of moving higher. When you see it like this, what it basically means is that tech is creating the rally and everything else is not as strong. Most people are rotating out of some things and rotating into tech. So that led to the fact that NASDAQ has moved a little bit higher while the S&P is sort of like moved a little bit lower. You kind of want to see all things moving to have confidence in the market. Now, again, when this resilience is slightly above zero, I'm still bullish enough to take a long, but I don't really have much to long to. I can go through the box, but it's only 7 points. And I was just, that's why earlier I got in. I was like, let me just close out. Even though I did miss out on the good run I could have got, it would have just been like $500, not a big deal. So I kind of want to wait and see if I get anything better. Now, the best thing would be if this market were to crash today. Not it's like going to happen, but if they took a selling day like yesterday and I get those hedge pressure pivots again, those DD band pivots may ultimately be nice. Or do I just believe that this is a long off the open for a big run up today? Now, I could just take the risk anyways and just plant like a contract just to see if I get something decent. Because it could be big ups today. It is decent enough. Or was I when you started? I would save you 3 years in your journey. Oh. Well, here now, that's what matters. We're getting the market still somewhat trying to hold this area right here, but it's like the R&R is just kind of like, man, like, and again, if I were to pick a direction, I would say I would pick up, but will we get a good up trade from here? Hello. Well, hello.
Hi. I have you in my pocket.
Yeah.
I have you in my pocket.
You go to the spa?
No.
Hey. Where's my protein bar?
Oh shoot, I had it in my pocket, I forgot it.
You had a spa robe on. Were you getting a massage or something downstairs?
Maybe, let me get you your protein. I literally had it out, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, thank you. Like, I want her life. You know what I'm saying? She ate my protein bar. Incredible. I am appalled. I can't believe she ate my breakfast. How could she? All right, so we'll check NASDAQ today. Like I said, I hate days like this that are just sort of, you know, internal after big sell-off days. The question is, do I think it's going to go up or down? It can. NASDAQ is looking at it's consolidating above the open. I don't usually like to chase this. This was the long entry if there was one. But S&P resilience is starting to pull back a little further. And so what it's showing is that a lot of stocks are not necessarily picking up that momentum and going. Protein bar takes work to make. LOL. She looks so guilty. Yeah, she freaking ate it. I know she did. Where's the VIX today? VIX is basically not doing much. Same as before. VIX is chilling. Little dead cat bounce off of Nvidia today, which is basically, you know, when we saw the big sell off, and I don't think we're going to keep selling off today as at all. But that little dead cat bounce is really nice to see. Did you grab my Sprite too?
What Sprite? We don't have any Sprite.
I'm just fucking with you. No, thanks. Hey,
What?
I kind of wish I had your life. How can we trade places? This looks more fun than what I'm doing.
Walking around the house naked with a robe on?
Wait, what with the robe on?
Exactly.
What?
Is that what you want?
Can you say it one more time for the algo?
Naked in the house with a robe on?
Oh
That's
my.
what you want? That's what you want your life to be like?
Oh my god, that's too risque for trading, babe. Wall Street can't handle these kind of things. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah, have a good morning. Oh. There was no Sprite. I was lying. I hate being such a geed, man. It sucks. What a stupid sounding word. You know, the only person that would use a word like that would be, you know, 20-year-old pump and dump scammers. You know what I'm talking about? Who just got out of college. And that's kind of what they, the highlight of their life was their Greek life before they started pumping and dumping penny stocks and promoting prop firms. In between the times they got arrested, you know? People who... Curious who would be the person that would have said that. You know what I'm saying? Ah. Dude, it is so crazy how big the stream has gotten. I think, oh, you know what's going on here? I think for some reason my... Let me load up this thing here. I think my... Okay, that's good. Noise gate. I can set it. Oh, you know what? Let me set it in here. Yeah, my noise gate's not working really quick. All right, what do I got here? Where is my... For some reason, my noise gate doesn't sound as good as it used to. I think maybe it's not... Let's see if that's better. I can hear that too. I'm not eating the mic. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's better. I think if I do that, tell me if it starts sounding poppy though. I'm gonna change my noise gate to be like a little bit. Bro, you're such a geed. I feel like people that use that word or people that stare at the mirror, flexing their pecs at themselves, blowing kisses at themselves while they get ghosted on Hinge by the hot girl they want to go out with. This sounds like a a word that like the guy, you know, it's like the guy at the car wash who's washing your car, you know, he was the cool guy in high school. But he's washing your car and like, you know, he's like, whatever, bro, you're such a dude. Back in 84, I was fucking king of this place. You'll see. Now before I met iDoc, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's captain of the football team, but now he's washing your car as you roll up. You'll see, bro. Geed rage. Who says words like that? You wash my cars? Yeah. What a weird sounding word. Bum, 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 bum. Instead of that, it's your kids laughing at you. Yeah. My son calls me a nerd all the time. He's like, you're such a nerd. I was like, you're nerdier than I am. He's like, no, I'm not. My son is a gifted chess player, by the way. He's very good. And he's like really, really good at it. So he's going to be like a chess nerd, like his dad. Oh, bro, somebody pissed off DJ Bo. It's hard to make DJ Bo mad. He's a good guy. Cool story, Geed. You seem like fun dad. Oh yeah. You're also a chess nerd? Very cool, very cool. So we've turned into becoming one of the top 5 by views non-trader funding program TV show live streams in the morning by total views. This is crazy how quickly we've grown. But you know what I'm saying though? There's no gimmicks to it. I've just been crushing it, I guess. It's like people are like, what's your secret? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, just trading very well. Like, documented $150,000 journey with Tradeify and live at 2 prop firms, about to be live at 3. I'll do top step leaderboard next. Can't take it to the next level there. It'd be kind of next little thing. Ooh, yeah. S&P just pushing up to upper box. Things are looking solid here. Like I said, this is just a day where I don't feel any big momentum, but I don't feel like there's downside either. I was waiting to see if we did get it got worse, but it looks like people did grab the bottom here. Any advice on having kids or what to do beforehand? Whatever you plan to do, you're not going to do. That's really the only advice I can tell you. You're probably going to spend all this time and money building out the nursery, building out the stuff, buying every single toy and knick-knack you can think, you know, and then, you know, your kid's going to be like sleeping in your bed for convenience and not in that crib that you paid $1,000 for. Like, basically, what I'm saying is, as much as you're going to go through and do a bunch of things, you're going to be winging most of it. I think most people. So you'll just be like, you know, you can't really plan for a lot what you're going to deal with, and you're just going to kind of like make it up as you go along, which is pretty much most people's journey. You can prep all you want, but it's gonna be completely different than what you thought you were gonna do, and it's fun. So, bum, bum, bum. Somebody said if I ever step foot in New York, I will perish. I'm going to New York like in a month. What are you gonna do? Am I getting death threats from my chat? This all started happening the minute I started saying I don't support Halcyon trader funding. All of a sudden, I had one of the Atlas pump and dumpers trolling me, and then I had one of the Halcyon guys trolling me. That's weird. And we haven't had trolls in the stream in, I don't know, 3 years. I will perish. I won't perish. I'll party. You guys want to have a meetup in New York? Let's do it. Where do y'all want to go? You know, IDOC owes me a steak dinner, and I told her I wanted to go to Peter Luger's. Well, it's not the best steak in the world. It's just good nostalgia. We can all have a meetup over there. No giveaways yet. I'll go to Brisbane, Australia. That'd actually be really fun. Meet up in London? Damn. I'm sorry for eating on the mic. I didn't have breakfast today. I want to go to the spa today. I saw her in a bathrobe and I'm like, I want to get a massage today. No giveaways yet. We'll do it in just a little bit. We're not at 1,000 viewers yet. All right. So liquidity maps today were actually pretty chill. Oh yeah, Tom, y'all saw that on social. That's funny. Yeah, the minute I started, you know, basically declining the advances of a very aggressive prop firm trying to get me to promote them, magically within a day I was 2 troll accounts appearing everywhere talking shit, and then I had some, I don't know, one of the tiny influencer dudes that promotes them started talking shit also. That was just weird. This is what this industry's like. I mean, gonna scare me. Like, we're one of the biggest brands in the space. Like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Rocket Place, Rocket Scooter, we're all just doing our own thing here. We don't care what anyone else does. But yeah, nobody's gonna bully me into supporting their brand. Huh. London meetup be kind of cool. Rocket Scooter National, Meet for Pizza in New York. I would. We should go to it'd be kind of fun to go to. Lucali's in Brooklyn. You guys like pizza? We can do that. I haven't been there in a while. I've never been to South Africa. London meetup, that'd be kind of fun. Williamsburg, never been there. Come to Miami. I love Miami. Pizza, New York. Did I take any trades? I did. I took one long trade at the open and I closed out. I don't see a lot of momentum today, although the market is sort of holding the space because we have sold off and kind of we're internal. Every part of me just thinks that we're kind of staying internal to this move, that we might not get momentum. The correct trade was so long at the open, which I did, and I closed out. My P&L is just basically flat-ish. Whatever I did. I made $800 in NASDAQ, and I was like down like 200 in this one because I closed out early because I didn't want to take it. I don't know where the hell that picture is, but yeah, I'm up like $600. Meet up at Arby's. That's clearly where we need to meet up if we go to New York. Duh. Do I use hotkeys? I really don't. I just have a bunch of stuff sitting on the same screen. I've got all my DOMs nearby. And I'm just like tap, 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 tap. We better promote your prop firm. It's called Scam Trader, your #1 prop firm. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, no hotkeys. I just basically old school. Pull up to Long Beach, New York. Oh, that'd be tight. Yeah. Favorite city to visit? I would say probably have the most fun in Miami. I go there probably more than any other city. Although I'm also like a nerd for going to Disney World, so I go there like usually once a year. But it's not like Orlando's my favorite city. I do go there pretty often. New York is cool. Go there a bunch. Come fishing in Brazil. Oh hell yeah, that'd be fun. I'm gonna drift. Let's do it. I think proportionally though, I think the bigger you get, the more just random people come and show up. We always have a really tight community. We never really have like weirdos or trolls or anything. Wait. Slacks just texted me. He's like, we better meet up if you're in New York. Don't skip out on me, bitch. Damn, hilarious. Slacks being so aggressive. He's like, don't fucking skip out and hanging out with me. Good, that'd be fun. Should do like a little New York meetup. I have to be careful though, because apparently if I show up in New York, I will perish. I'll vaporize in the sunlight like I'm a Twilight vampire. Turn to dust. So if anybody wants to perish with me, I'll be in Austin tomorrow night. And 4th of July weekend. Oh, guys, I got to show you guys. Let me show you this freaking dope thing that I have for 4th of July. And we're going to do a meetup. Not here at the house, but we're going to meet up in Austin Thursday night. I'm going to pick a place if you guys are in the Austin area or if you're in the Texas area, you know, to come out. All right, so this is, let me see if I can do, how do I do more pictures? So this is what we got for 4th of July. We have like 40 something people going to this thing, and we got this complex. It's like 4 giant houses. So we rented all 4 houses. It's got a swimming pool, hot tub, putting green, all kind of chairs, hammocks. So yeah, and we have, I think this is our house. We have like the main one at the top with the deck and everything, but yeah, pool tables, beautiful view, you know, I mean, it's going to be pretty dope. And we got like 40 of our friends going, and we got a boat. We're going to be on the lake. We're going to be doing fireworks, all kind of fun stuff. So this will be cool. I think this one is mine. Yeah. But not bad for a weekend. So each so we have like this huge giant, and we're gonna have like party every day, drinking every day. We've got like, oh god, it's like so many. It's nuts. We throw ridiculously huge parties. Our Memorial Day had like 50 people come over to the pool. It's crazy. As geeky as I am, I do definitely like to party a little bit. Just a little bit though. I'm too much of a math nerd in the day, but I'm kind of like I throw down a little bit when I cut loose. I need private security, you know, a guy. Hell yeah, dude, come out. Me and 39 girls. You should have seen me on New Year's, actually. New Year's, the New Year's that I met iDoc that year. She always makes fun of me because whenever I met her, let me see if I can show you guys the picture. I met her like a couple weeks prior, but I had this huge New Year's party. And it was for my friend's birthday. I threw a surprise birthday party. And I took her out and a bunch of our other friends. And it was like me and I think like, it was like 8 girls and me all went to dinner. And it was the funniest I ever felt like, because all my friends were like, dude, you look like Hugh Hefner walking through the club with like 8 pretty girls behind you. It was so funny. And even iDoc met all my friends. And she said when I walked up behind her, because she was actually like, she actually has a photo of me walking by because she was filming herself in her outfit just to take a picture for Instagram. And I'm just walking by because we got 2 tables at this club right by this DJ. And like the club owner is walking me up to the front, and I've got like this little trainer girls. Now these are some of our closer friends, so it's kind of like it's not just me and random chicks, but I'll show you the picture. It's really funny. But I was like, the one time in my life, it was me, and not 39 girls, but me and like 8 girls. This was like when we went to New Year's. So I'm like walking up to this table, and I just had like this just group of girls behind me. These are all of our friends, so she knows them all now and everything. But it was kind of funny in the video. I'll have to get her to show it to you guys. I was like just walking by, and there was just like a line of girls behind me, and everyone was kind of looking at me like, who is this guy? It was the funniest feeling ever. Like I'm like, and they're all like successful, you know, working, you know, very highly successful women and stuff. And it's like, everyone's just like, dang, who's this dude right there? Like, who's this billionaire walking up? It was so funny. And, you know, and then iDoc was like, dang, Matt must be like some kind of like ladies man and whatever. But it was like, it was just my friend's birthday. So she invited all her friends to come with her. And we're all really close now. And they all know iDoc, and some of them are coming to this weekend thing, but that's classic Geed, right? LOL. Dun, 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 dun. So she was like watching me. So there's a video of me walking by, and I watched the video. It's probably like the coolest I've ever looked in my life, and I never look cool. I looked at it and I was like, dang, I kind of look like a player. That's kind of neat. I was like, that's adorable. But no, it was really funny because her friend was with her. They're both doctors, right? And her friend was like, is that Matt? And she's like, yeah, that is Matt. And she's like, who are all these girls that are with him? But it was my friend's 40th birthday. And actually, she was actually really sad and in a really bad mood at that time. She had a lot going on in her life. And so we forced her to come out. We were like, no, you need to come out. Me and one of the girls in that photo, one of her best friends, we like threw her a whole surprise party. But it happened to be her birthday was on New Year's. So it just coincidentally lined up that I also had a New Year's party that night. I was like, yeah, y'all just come out. We got some tables and stuff. And that was iDoc's and my like second or third date. And so the funny story she always tells is that on our second or third date, I show up to our hangout or our date or whatever with like a whole bunch of girls, and they were all like meeting her for the first time and stuff. And they were all really tight. They're all really sweet girls. They're all really nice. But we had a really good 40th birthday for my friend. But yeah, I was like, but her friend was just like, holy shit, there we go. There's some movement. Yeah, I'm not doing many trades today. I just didn't like the movement. But long was the right answer. Did you guys take a long at the open today? Anybody? Nice. So she was like questioning things at first. She's like, wow, maybe Matt's not like a serious guy. Maybe he's just like, I'm like, no, I am. This is just my friend's birthday party. I don't normally roll up to the club getting out of a freaking party bus with me and a bunch of girls. Like, that's not normal. That's just it's like a one-time thing. And her friend was kind of like, I was like, no, nice to meet you. I really am a nice guy. It was my friend's birthday. And to find out, she did find out I'm a total geed at the end of the day. I just needed more geed, like, exactly. Can we log from here and have hedge pressure as support? Possibly, yeah. So that's why we had that volume spike here. Like I said, for whatever reason, it's just back up to this equilibrium from before we had that sell-off in the pre-market. It is picking up some momentum and everything is looking good. For whatever reason, I don't know why, maybe yesterday's thinness of the market has me a little hesitant, but I did take the long off NASDAQ and just close out. It looks like it's continuing to go, which is really nice. Looks like it's spanning about 100 or 200 points from that low today, which is actually really nice. No trades, nothing. Ain't touching this, nothing. I do like what I see, though. Upper DD band is a limit to the movement if the market does keep going. You need to become more geek-like. All you have to do is go back to school and join the math club. It's like automatic graduation into geek life. I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Diddy is innocent. Really? I didn't see the news. Trade deal with Vietnam. Trump tweeted. Oh, is that what it is? Ah, very nice. Because he was saying yesterday that there was likely not going to be a deal with certain. Where's my news? I got my Instagram open. And then years later, 2 years later, me and Doc buying our first house together. Aww. That's at the title company. Look at that. Look at those two right there. Aww. Here comes Tyler. Wait, where's Tyler? Is he done? It's crashing up. Yeah. Pushing up higher. I don't have any skin in the game though today. This is incredible. This giant green. I love it. Dude, what a crazy little run on Nasdaq here. That's kind of the opposite of what yesterday was like. So Trump, let me get my news here really quick. Oh, that's the crude oil inventory. It's 9:30. Yep. Okay, guys. Is it too late to long now? I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's a good setup. Sometimes the market just moves and there's not a good setup. Other than longing at the open, that was really the only setup. But then betting further from here, it's kind of hard to pick a direction from here. Because it's likely to go up, but there's nothing to trade off of. That's the thing. And just like sometimes these internal days off of like that big selling we had yesterday, not always I'm going to get like a setup, you know? So. I don't, if you, like I said, if you say, is it too late to long from here? Don't think like that. If you didn't long from here, yes, it's too late to long. It's too late to do anything. I only long off for some or short off of something, right? I did take that trade, you know, from here, but then this is just, you know, it's a huge area. All the signs got good right over here. I didn't really decide to want to take the risk, even though the trade setups were all long. Just because it's a good setup doesn't mean I have to take it. Ultimately, I had a judgment call on this and was thinking, you know, maybe I can just kind of wait. There's a lot of possible Trump pending news, tariff, this and that. And I'm going to wait and see if anything good comes out, if I can get some dips to buy. But I didn't get it, so I didn't take anything yet, other than that first opening trade. I'm up $600 for the day. Holla. It's not $10,000, but it is not a loss, which is good. I can't argue with that. UVXY, Swiss Bulls on top. Yeah. All right, guys, do giveaway in just a little bit here. It's not gonna be straight to funded though, because we didn't stay at 10,000 at 1,000. But we'll see if we get more people in here just a little bit. We got 1,000 for a hot minute. We'll do our take profits today. But I told you guys, every time we get to 1,000 viewers, at the time of the giveaway, I will go in there and give you guys. I know it's not exciting when I'm not taking trades, and that's what it is. But I will get you guys a straight to fund with Tradeify every time. So UVXY just in decay. Inside of here, there's really no setup here. It's not bullish. It's not bearish. was a pretty solid run without any pullback. Where can it pull back to? That I don't really know, because inside of here, open and close are the only pivots that I have to play off of. If you guys are trading on technicals, I mean, I don't know if you guys do anything like this. I don't. But I like to trade off of just our strong pivots here on NASDAQ and QQQ especially. There is nothing nearby. It's just long at the open was the trade with positive res, which is really what I did. But I didn't take the full breadth of it. So now I'm just kind of chilling to see if anything else happens. Kind of neat to see if this market does, like, you know, die or something to stronger areas, but still pretty chill. There is no push downside. There is no, I'm not shorting this clearly. I'm not trading this. It's just an internal dead cat bounce sort of to yesterday's move. There is rotation, just like there was yesterday. Same kind of rotation. General tech sectors are down, rotating into some of the bigger, well, actually, this is different than what it was. So now tech is up and communications are basically flat, and looks like there's a little bit more rotation than earlier. Financials, healthcare, industrials are down. Discretionary materials are up. So whenever you see rotation off of a downward move like this, you're going to see people gobbling up things that they find to be at a discount and selling things they don't. So this is a rotation day, which likely could keep it internal to yesterday's move. But man, this could be bullish till the end of the day. So we talked about yesterday on their boot camp that there's nothing today that looks bearish. Even last night, we estimated today was going to look bullish. So I do like what I see. Bow, bow, bow. Tyler, huge one on stream. To check the long, baby. There you go. There you go. Congrats, man. I too took the long out the door, but only in one account and only for $600 a profit, or 2 accounts and $600 profit total. I didn't chase. I didn't go crazy. You did it on 20 accounts? Wait, 1,600 per account? Or 1,600 total? You had 1,600 per account? Or 1,600 total? Per, bro, we had like a $30,000 day? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, son. Like it. I like it, man. Good job, good job. That was easy, man. Long out the door was really nice. All right, let's look at the rotation here. Everything is solid, tight, push up higher. I thought about jumping in on this over here, but then I was just busy just chatting with you guys. I didn't really have a good, I didn't have any good evidence that I wanted to take such a tight day. I didn't think it was going to actually move to break session highs, but it's nice to see that. This is where we started selling yesterday. There is a, let me draw this pivot here for you guys. Let's do a little technique called impact red line. Let me show you guys where that pivot's going to be. Looking for pivots. Oh, I got to thank all you guys for supporting our tremendous growth on this stream. It means a whole lot to me to see you guys really responding to like what our stream content is and being here. My heart is happy. We've grown tremendously here. 22,809. And we're there now. This is that level. So that's that key area. There will be some pivoting resistance there. 809. Not that it means it's going to sell off, but it means that's like the target. That's to undo pretty much yesterday's move. Let's do. Yesterday S&P didn't really sell off, so S&P doesn't really have one, except for from today's move. $62.64. All right, 22,809, 62.64. That's the, and so whenever you touch these red lines, there's going to be volume there. So let's see, 22,809, and that's like a volume pivot. There ever was one, and I'm gonna draw this really quick here. So you can keep an eye on it. 22,809. This is the impact red line. You guys will get to illiquidity pivots class. I'll teach you guys this trick here. When you get right up to it, there's a little volume bump, but this is that pivot. So there could be a little bit of retracement-ish off of that. Those of you that are bears or trying to short, this is the one place there would be a short. If there was a short, it would be here. If I was long, I'd be exiting here and missing out on any future long on this. But this is not a strong short pivot, so I never take it. But that is that resistance. All right, no trade today. 62.62, and this is this one here. So these are both of your illiquidity pivots on the S&P and NASDAQ. Tyler is becoming the next Geed. Is that the word on the stream? It's the new word. Apparently I Googled it. A Geed is someone that's not in a fraternity. Pause the game at 22,810. Okay. Geed gang. W's in chat. Geed gang. All right, bros, let's make money. Did y'all get in on that penny stock? Join the gang, boys. Did we all bank? W's in chat. Do I sound like? Can I get some G's in chat? Because you guys are all a bunch of gangsters. Do I sound the part? I'd be a great penny stock pump and dumper. That'd be a horrible one. All you have to do is say the word gang like every other word, and people will really feel like it's a family. Beautiful trick to, it's called the vacuum trading method. It's I use a vacuum to vacuum your money into my pocket. All at the same time hyping you up while I do it and then bragging about me spending your money. I mean, there's a special place in hell for people like that. That's the worst part, is when it's bragging about spending your money. And then you're like cheering them on because you're kind of stupid yourself and you're just preying on stupidity. Like, check out my channel's Lambo, bro. Check out this watch. I'm like, didn't like 1,000 of your followers just pay for that? But I could change the focus of the stream and do that. That'd be kind of nice to just become an absolute shithead of a person. You're all my liquidity. Matt, Tyler, Patrick, you're trading around Mount Rushmore. Matt, Ty, and Pat, the triumvirate. Call everybody gang, gangsters. Scooter gang, let's go. You guys are all a bunch of gangsters. Let's do it. Let's make money. Oh, let's go. I'd have to kick my own ass if I was doing, if that's what I did for a living. Not gonna lie. Some people just can't trade though. That's the thing. They couldn't trade to save their life, so they gotta scheme like that. I'll trade circles around any pump and dump, penny stock person in the world. I'd trade circles around him. I'd steamroll them in a competition for sure. That's what being a geed is like. It's geed life. Gang, gang, gang. Dun, 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 dun. Put those pump in the market song. The Money Hack 101 with Matt. Here's the rule of thumb. You ready? You want to know how to become an instant millionaire? Rule number 1, start a Discord. Rule number 2, hype yourself up. Rule number 3, become friends with a bunch of influencers. Get them to hype you up. Rule number 4, call everybody gangsters and gang and like make everyone feel at home and family. Rule number 5, coordinate with your friends to pick a stock. You guys all buy it first, and then you cascade when you reveal it to the public. Rule number 6, get 500,000 fucking people to buy it after you. Rule number 7, sell it to them while you do it. Rule number 8, brag to them while you're doing it and show them how you spend their money. And rule number 9, that cycle repeats and you keep making money. till the end of time. Who needs to learn how to trade? That's a winning formula. Waiting on setups. There's no setup here. That's the sad part. It's a dead cat bounce inside of yesterday's selling day, and the only setup was longing at the open to red line. I'd be out of a trade if I was long here. It's a brilliant strategy. All you need is a pyramid of people to stand on, and you'll be a fucking millionaire. Within a year, that's the best part. You don't even have to work hard. It'll just fall in your lap within a year. You've seen 500,000 people to jump in and buy when you buy. Or actually, sorry, let me start over. Buy slightly after you buy. And then as soon as the hype dies down, then the next person in line calls it out. And then when the hype dies down, the next person in line calls it out. And then all of a sudden, you can re-stir up that momentum and provide exit liquidity just in time. And that was like the hot thing back in the day, where everyone was doing penny stocks before prop firms became a deal. Like all the new rando traders that entered the space were doing penny stocks. There's your red line selling. That's the thing I was telling you guys about. God, I nailed it right to the fucking tick here. 809. That was the level. I hate being such a geed, man. I wish I was in a fraternity though. Not sure what's going on here, but this is just a slight little pullback. There's our red line. Make sure we don't get the wee woo coming out with some noise. What is that all about? $9:45. We didn't have anything on the news, did we? On the calendar? Nope. But yeah, so if I was long, that's where I'd exit the long. See how pretty cool that is? Yeah, that's to the penny. This is called an illiquidity pivot. You guys will have a class on that in the boot camp. And meme coins was like the new hot thing after COVID, yeah. And NFTs, that was the next schemy thing that people are doing. But I'll tell you guys a rule of thumb. If anybody out there trades a stock that's less than $5 or has traded a stock that's less than $5, had a following, watch them do that. Not only are they a terrible trader, they're a piece of shit human being. So if you ever watch somebody do that trading, there is no technique that allows you to trade penny stocks successfully, because there's no liquidity. There's no anything other than the technique is you convince other people to buy it after you do. It's a sales game. You're fucking selling timeshares. You need people to come in and buy it off of you. It's really what it is. It's a sales game. You're not even trading. There's no technique to that. There's no look at the candle, look at the chart, look at the momentum. You created the momentum. There's no way in the world the low float stocks are going to pick up any momentum. And I used to talk about that a decade ago. That's what everybody was like getting behind. There was like the Jason Bond and whatever that guy's name was. They all were doing that thing. He was like, trade over the weekend, make money while you sleep. It was just like such ridiculous marketing, and they got pinched too for it. The geekster, the new type of gangster. Let's go. Vietnam to pay 20% tariffs on financial juice. Yeah, that's what it was. Good market just responding to that dip. Thoughts on Ross Cameron? Well, yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but I can see, you know, for the longest time they all did it, man. That's what all these guys did. If you trade anything less than $5 on a stream of people, you're not really trading, you're selling. And now that the penny stock game is dead, all these people are just selling prop firms now. They're just perpetual salesmen, dude. There's a difference between you guys and them. Y'all are traders. My Louisiana Cajun, yeah. I am. My family's all from there. Big names like $5 like Neo back in the day. Yeah, like you might get lucky riding some wave, but it's like because you got in on the middle. It's always the insiders that bank all that money. Again, like I said, anybody that trades those kind of things, or anybody that trades meme coins and stuff, it's always a new scheme related to all of that going on. Just don't let people sell you an object that's like, don't worry, it's going to make money. Like that, just if anyone falls for that, they deserve to lose everything. And I don't even feel sorry for them. What is going on here? like get in on the next coin, bro, or get in on the next stock, bro, or get in. You use the word bro in a sentence. It revolves around someone's investment, and somebody's like, that sounds like a good idea. Thanks, bro. I feel like you deserve to lose everything to kind of like universe can teach you a lesson. But I mean, like I say, the world's full of suckers, and if it wasn't for a bunch of suckers trying to trade, I mean, for me to win, I need a bunch of dumb people out there trading on the other side of my longs and shorts, doing the dumb thing so I can win. So it's not like I feel bad for people just being gullible, but it's a lot of nonsense out there. The Hoover strategy, yeah. What did he say? Is like the goal is to take your client's money from their pockets and put it into your own. Yeah, but if we can make money for both the clients and the firm, wouldn't that be advantageous to both? You're not getting it. These guys, you give them an idea, they make money. What are you going to do? You're going to get them to buy more. Give them another opportunity. It's all fugazi. It's fairy dust, man. It doesn't exist. These guys are gamblers. They'll take the next fucking idea you have. Thanks, Donnie. You got you, buddy. It's a wazzy. It's a woozy. You married? Yeah, my wife Teresa. She cuts hair. How can you do your job with drinking like that? How else are you gonna do this job, my friend? Cocaine and hookers. Do we long again? This isn't a long pivot target. Like, let this figure something out here. This area is, again, news brought back up to here. This is usually resistance right in this area here. Like I said, I took the small long here. I'm not doing anything else. It is decent bullish. I don't have evidence of momentum or anything, but it is going up. So even if I'm missing out, doesn't mean... I just don't like the fact that I'm not getting strong pivoting signals, right? We don't have anything except for open. And that long I took just to fill the gap, and then that's it. But from here, we've really got nothing to play off of. S&P dove and went right back to same level. Right, the market is just trailing up as there's a little bit of rotation. There's really no bearishness. There's not a lot of selling pressure either. So it's looked like it's still going to keep going up. But here, this is where I usually would end the trade. When you retrace that move that we had yesterday, or even pre-market on the S&P, this is usually where I long to, because that is the next probable high volume pivot. So inside of here, I've got nothing to do. Nothing to do. It's fugazi. It's a fugazi. No setups right now. None right now. Nope. I always wait. I know, like, I wait for something, and something good is likely to come. Let me start prepping in case I can get something. I thought about grabbing that dip when I got it, but I didn't do it. Let me take a new screenshot of my haul for today. My beautiful $600 gain. I wasn't on the wrong side of the market, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing. It's a fugazi. All right, got giveaway going on in like 15 minutes, you guys. Hang hang tight. Let me get everything going on here. What's up? Oh, hello.
I have you in my butt.
What the heck?
I always have you.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Work. We'll have to go to mom's first, and then I'm gonna.
Cool.
This client I know, so I'm not gonna dress in scrubs. Just cute.
Very nice. Very nice. What is that dance you're doing? Where did you learn this?
No, you know how like models in Asia, they have to be really good at striking poses in a second.
Strike some poses. Strike a pose. Vogue, Vogue, Vogue. Are you, wait, what? Is that what the twerking? This is like what?
It's not. It's not even twerking. It's like a mini rendition of twerking because I just whole hip and my spine doesn't move independently, so you have like a whole. It's like everyone's mom trying to twerk. That's just a mom twerk. Market must be dead. You're
Geek.
entertaining
Geek.
this?
Yeah, she's the guide. Yeah, that's her.
I'm not. I really am not. Me and Ty are the only ones that were actually in Greek life. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. Incorrect use of this term.
Is this what you learned in your sorority? How to twerk very badly?
No, it was actually a very nerdy sorority. Even though we partied like crazy, our GPA had to be high to be in
The
it.
nerds always party the most.
Yeah.
Dude, the civil engineers at my school would like chug an entire keg like while doing a handstand. Like this is what engineering school is like.
I don't understand why this is a thing people do. But then again,
Nerds like to party.
because you don't get out much, is that why you're like be wilding out there?
I think it's probably because being a nerd is hard, so you got to cut loose all the time. You're always doing homework, so then when it comes to like cutting loose, you got to like cut extra loose.
I'm gonna go to Salada. You want your little wrap thing? I'll be home by like
Yeah.
boot camp.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember.
Look at the two balloons right there. They look like two dogs kissing.
It looks like a peach.
No, look, because like it looks like a dog with an ear with a nose,
Uh-huh.
and it's like two dogs rubbing their noses against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like yeah. Are you bringing the dog home?
No, because leave tomorrow to the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. Bye, chat.
Later.
Remember, hard stop at 3:30.
Thanks, Mom. I gotta go to the dentist at 3:30. All right. We'll pull back here at red. Question is, do we get any selling from here? Mm-mm-mm. So basically we had some rotation, a little bit of pickup on tech today, a little bit of selling on other things. So yesterday it was like rotating out of tech. Today's rotating back in. Might not be a big rally from here. This might actually be a local peak or top. I don't have any short play on this, but honestly, we just basically dead cat bounced up to that equilibrium from yesterday. And this is that final little equilibrium spot that the market was to make a decision. It's a decision from here. The long setup, if there was a continuation, would be about 100 points, so about a 2.5 to 1 on NASDAQ. Any short retracement just ends up somewhere in here, but I don't think we're going to get it. I think the market stays put. So I'm going to hug this level for an hour or so. I don't think we did any selling, but this is that level. This is that 808 level that we measured. The scooter twerk, LOL. Show you USO liquidity map? Yeah, I got you, man. USO monthly hedge break, not so good. This is actually very, very bearish-ish for oil. Breaking through monthly hedge, not so good. I'd only long if we broke back up to the upside for myself personally. EP does have support down there at that 60.54 level. All right. Any volatility? What's that?
Is this part of the thing to return?
No. That's the thing to return. This is to keep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. What do we got going on here? Oops. All right, guys, don't forget this is 4th of July. We have a lot of cool 4th of July deals going on with our partners. You take a look at the bottom right of the screen. I made a quickie little graphic there. My Funded Futures is one of the bigger ones that's going on. You basically, if you guys want to know what I think is good, of all of them, these are the accounts I think are good. So 50% off one account, the expert account is going to be really worth it. 50% off. You can get one account for 50% off at My Funded. You get one account for 50% off at Tradeify. Might as well get one at each, just to have them. Half price is really good. So My Funded, you can get an expert for the price of a starter plus, which is kind of nice. Tradeify and My Funded, also every account after you get this big discount as well. And then Funded Next is going to be 30% off all accounts. They actually modified their microscalping rule to where you can actually, as long as 40% or less of your trades are microscalping, then it counts. So they don't really bust you for microscalping anymore. We got them to change that rule, which is kind of cool. Take Profit is 40% off, and now Pro Plus is trailing drawdown instead of end of the day drawdown, which is really nice. And then ETF is 65% off their statics and straight to funded. They have other sales there, but I'm going to tell you those two are the better accounts to get. And 65% off is really awesome. And then Futures Desk 60% off. So 4th of July deals are crazy. Oh yeah, and then Lifetime Rocket Scooter. If you guys are buying our platform outright, it's usually $4,000, and it's until Friday, $2,500. So $1,500 off for lifetime. How do we get to that 22,803 level? This is calculated. It's called an illiquidity pivot that is calculated off of this move right here. Easy as that. So where's the 90% off? ETF has 90% off of their fast tracks and the diamond hands and the other ones. So the ones that aren't 65% of ETF are 90% off. When I say picket fence trade, yeah, it's off the picket fence trade. I noticed that ever since I stopped drinking coffee and stopped drinking energy drinks in the morning, I tend to not be as sharp-witted and speaking as thoroughly. I tend to like trip over my own words more often than I don't. I get a little tongue-tied. Oh, let's see what we end up getting here today. Yep, market's still inching a little higher. Nice and bullish, man. What a cool day today for a lot of you guys. I'm sure y'all were crushing it. Opportunistic traders that are trying to short today. Any short pressure is if we fail this line, like it tried to earlier, that is downside. Expectation is here. If you fail. And then from here, you have upper DD band is resistance off of that. But again, we don't short if that ratio is greater than half. So this was the first kind of like run pivot just to exit. This is the trail run up to here. And then 96% of days closed below. So I would absolutely exit if I was holding a runner up at the top. Like I said, so I haven't touched this yet. I mean, I did those opening trades. I'm just kind of chilling on this. I'll take my $600 and be all right with it. All right, who here today grabbed a long out the door? Who here today is shorting? What are you guys doing? I want to know who did what. Sorry. Back to coffee you go. Yeah, right. Tradify's 20% consistency rolls, pretty easy. No one of your trades can be greater than 20% of the total. So the total just gets bigger if you go over that. You have to make 10 grand and it's 20%, then no trade can be over $2,000. If one trade ends up making $4,000, which is double what it should be, then the 10 grand becomes 20 grand. It'll double the amount so that the new consistency is still honored. That's kind of how that works. This is crazy, man. We haven't got any kind of pullback today. This is just a move going straight the hell up. Little dead cat bounce situation in Nvidia today, which is exactly what we wanted to see yesterday. It was such a strong bull market. This is nice and bullish. There's no selling pressure here. I don't think we're going to sell off. Nothing. Some days I just don't take every move. I've taken the same long at the open trade 8 days in a row. So I took it today again, but I didn't take it the whole way up. I think I've just got fatigue on that particular trade. But this market is looking really stable today. Honestly, a move like this a lot of times will sort of like retrace and then maybe continue to go. So by the end, like of all honesty, what I've been waiting to see is I'm not chasing along here at all. Like this is scary long area. I'd like to see the market try to dip by the end of the day, like hit that middle range right here. We have this kind of like, Nvidia has this level inside of here to play with. And then I'd like to maybe try to estimate grabbing along on any kind of dip. On NASDAQ, that'll be like right here. That will be yesterday's. Yeah, like down inside of here. That expected to fulfill the move all the way up to the green line here. All right. It's a good trading day today. I made 600 bucks. It's better than as my dad used to say, better than a sharp stick in the eye. But I feel like I'm starting to get a little hoarse. I'm trying to preserve my voice for my funded show. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. So from here, I'm not taking any long from here. I'd like to see it pull back. A move like this is just stocks dead cat bounce. Probably will get some retracement inside of here. This established the new low support though. So if there is any kind of like support inside of here, it's inside of that area. Kind of a chill day today. Nothing crazy. Yeah, after yesterday's like wild trading day, I crawled back from a minus $10,000. Monkey paws for short. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the general time when the views start to ramp up. Look, everybody's coming back for the giveaways. They know the time. Don't worry, I know who my true friends are. So guys, I'm up. I'm sorry, I should post it on here. I only did that one opening trade. I was up 600 bucks today. I know it's not worth, you know, big fat lot like it was before, but some days I just choose not to trade. All signs pointed up, but I just didn't think I was going to get a lot of long momentum to actually get a big up day. All right, I want to know a quickie poll. What are you guys' favorite prop firms and why? And I just want to know from the point of view of you guys while we're sitting here on a slow day, what are your favorite? And again, all the other ones are zeros too because I haven't touched them. What are your favorite prop firms and why? And what do you like about them? And what do you like about them? And don't just say like what it is, but like why do you like them? Because I want to see what it is that you guys are into as far as traders go. I think after yesterday, dude, I just feel completely beat up. Yesterday wasn't not like by the trading day, but yesterday was just a taxing day energy wise, man. I didn't even have energy to work out. At the end of the day, iDoc and I were like, let's go work out. And then we're like, okay. Then we're like, let's just go get sushi. So we went and got hand roll sushi. Then after that, we came home. We took like this like steaming hot bath and we just played Switch and watched TV. I was tired yesterday. I think I just ran, like I was emotionally, like the whole day was just tiring because I was fighting the market all day. And so fatigued, man. I just felt fatigued at the end of the day. All right. What do you like? Top Step, the simple rules. Okay. Tradeify, the trade journaling. That's cool. Somebody said scam firm and poop prop. Those are the best ones. Uncapped payouts with fund index. Okay. My Fund and Future, similar to Top Step, except 0 activation fee. I like that. MFF, because of your show and trade evade access. LOL. Okay. Top Step, easy to get payouts, no consistency. Very nice trade fight. Fast payout, not too many rules. Day traders usually have 90% off. And it's a 1 day traders usually. I don't know what day traders is. Is that a new one? I'll have to check it out. Notice that contract fees while trading higher. Hold on, wait. With MFF, then for example, TPT. As a trade example, you traded 3 micros. Oh, okay. So TPT is slightly higher. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Somebody said Top Step because of no consistency in XFA. Top Step easy rules. Fund to next. Drawdown end of the day. My Fund and Futures, really good prices and no fees. MFFU. Wow, you guys are big fans of MFFU. Okay. Just reading them all down. TBT, pass eval, the no consistency rule and daily payout. Daily payout is really nice. I think that's everybody's favorite feature of TPT. I've never heard of Atlas Funded. I have no idea about them. Tradeify, you feel like Brett is somewhat trustworthy. You feel like there's a built-in journaling feature. The plans are reasonable. Yep. Handies. Oh yeah, you ever had hand rolls? Not handies. I didn't go get a handy, but that would be kind of nice. Hand roll sushi, where they roll it up and hand it to you. It's like a little log, and you hold it. You hold the log in your hand. Oh my god, this is getting worse by the minute. You know, you hold it, and you make sure you hold it in the back so that, you know, nothing, when you're eating it, that nothing falls out the back. Make sure you, sometimes it may be big, you need to grab with both hands. MFF, you like the way they carry themselves. Very professional there. That's why of all the places and the offers I got, I chose to work with MFF. Very professional there. I also had worked with I'd worked with some of the other firms out there. Actually, all the ones we work with are very professional. But I get pitched a new prop firm like 2-3 times a day. It's crazy. I actually met Matt Leach. One time I went out to Dallas, and him and I went to this draft house, and we were like just eating chicken wings and drinking beer, and we hung out like all afternoon. Me and Matt got drunk together, and he's a really chill guy. He's a very smart dude, Matt Leach. Very smart guy. He understands the business, I think, better than anybody. This was like a couple years back. I was in Dallas, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm in Dallas. You wanna grab a bite?" He's like, "Yeah, there's this place by my house. Come on out." And we slammed like beers all afternoon, and just threw down ideas about the prop space and everything. Just chit chatted. Yeah, Matt's a good peeps. Brett's a good peeps. Is Leach rich? Well, he gave the waitress a $10,000 tip. No, I'm just playing. I'm sure he's very well off. He runs a ton of businesses. It's not like we sat there and compared bank accounts or anything. I'm sure he's very well off. So you guys, wow, you have a lot of good reasons to like these things. So it's a good variety, right? Mostly, you guys are saying you like easy rolls, no activation fees, daily payouts. These are the things that you like between all of them. Okay, cool. MFFU, Tradeify, Top Steps. You guys like basically the ones that we promote, so that's cool. You like the Futures Desk except for DLL? Yeah, Futures Desk is like another one that came across as ultra professional. That's why, excuse me. I had 6 firms. I was only going to work with 6, and I said no more. But then I came across Futures Desk, and they were just like next level professional and next level developers. They're trying to really innovate the space. Different than most people like we're trying to innovate the space. Futures Desk is a bunch of tech geeks like me that are building stuff, and they're trying to they build everything from scratch. They're not shady. They're very much like, they remind me of me. And I was like, okay, I'll add you guys as 7. Other than that, I was only going to have 6 total. So we threw them in the mix. I definitely thumbs up for those guys. Futures Desk snuck in as I closed the door. Because I wasn't going to add any more names to the list. Which, by the way, I need to add them at the top. I keep forgetting to do that. Handy's Duzo in the Heights. Yeah, that's where we went. No, actually, we went to Hando. Handy's Duzo, yeah, it's like the same thing, dude. It's such a good place. Hando's really nice. Hando's just like this little sushi bar, and you sit around. I don't know if you guys know. First time with the Hando. If you guys know David King, he's a trader, and he lives in Houston as well. He has his own prosperity trading. And last time I went there, him and his girlfriend and me and IDOC went. So you just sit around this thing. That's when I first got introduced to it. And there's a little bar next door to it, which is really cool. Yeah, and they just do little hand rolls, and they just place them on the little bar. It probably sits maybe like 20 people, tiny little place. Walk in, get your sushi, walk out. Really, really good, man. I'm a huge fan of it. And it's nearby. Do you eat the hand roll from the back? Oh, you guys are still talking about the hand roll. Getting the handy while holding a log. It definitely helps, right? You need a $4 trade. Matt, low-key suspicious. That's so funny. You love the Discord help for my funded futures. Is Matt Leach related to Robin Leach? Probably not. They don't look anything alike. All right. They have a sneaky consistency rule that's super limiting. Yeah, every firm is going to have some kind of like rule that's a catch rule, I like to call it. They all have, everyone has something, whether it's a consistency or a daily limit or payout cap or something. They're all going to have some reason that you can't just go in there and milk infinity dollars. There's always going to be some kind of like, you know, I always like to say bent rim at the carnival. You play the basketball game at the carnival, right? The basketball rim is, it's like, they tell you whenever you try to shoot the basketball and get the prize, whatever the prize is. First of all, the rim is usually 11 feet instead of 12 feet tall to throw you off. It's probably like 2 feet further back. And if you're to look from the top down, the rim is kind of like hammered in a little bit on this side to where it's slightly oblong and not perfectly circular, and the ball like barely fits in. They do all these little things to like push it to make it slightly harder without you noticing it's slightly harder. It's like, let's move it an extra foot. That way their muscle memory is off. And prop firms bend the rim a little bit, or raise the goal, or push the goal back a little bit, push the backboard back. And they're all going to have something that makes it slightly harder than a real trading account. So they all have, each one of them has something, whether it's a consistency rule or a trailing drawdown or a payout cap or something. There's always something there. All right, you got two. Okay, so basically, I'll let you guys know. Y'all like them all for the right reasons. Okay, so let me give you guys the deals for our giveaway. My funded futures right now, if you guys like them, 50% off any account. Right now, that is probably the best deal of all the 4th of July deals that are out there, because it's 50% off for one account. So essentially, if you guys want to try all these different prop firms for all these reasons people are talking about, this is a time to maybe like scoop up a bunch of ones to shop around and see if you like, to see which ones you do like. You get half off of one of them at My Funded Futures. The expert account is the way to go, because you'll get it for like $100 at that point. Tradeify, also one account is 50% off. So try that out. Try their straight to funded for half price. You can't really beat that. If you ever want to do straight to funded, this is the time to do that, because right now all the straight to fundeds around the globe are cheap. Another thing is ETFs straight to funded is 65% off. So I'll tell you, if there were 3 that I'd recommend, actually, let me write, all of them are worth recommending. In general, as a first time try that you've never done, those 3 are great just to even just pick up one, even if you don't use them, because the deal's just really good. And so like now for like perpetual use, future or Funded Next is what I trade with, one of the 3 I'm doing. And I trade with them because of uncapped payouts. Like there's no, you know, everything else is good, but uncapped payouts is what has me there. You just can't beat that. What is on this? This must be one of IDOC's cups. It looks very frou-frou, and it says the word awakening on it. What the heck is that? It's cute. So having 30% off at FundNext is great because it's normally 5% off. And so this is a huge deal for that. And their end of the day drawdown, uncapped payouts, no profit split, no activation fee, nothing. So with them, you could just buy the accounts and sit on them. No activation fee, no monthly fee. And that's why I like them. You just basically buy the account straight up. And if you pass, you go funded. I made $10,000 with them in the first month off of the first 6 accounts I bought. I mean, it was practically like an immediate return on investment. You could just sit on them and don't have to pay monthly for it, which is kind of nice. I didn't give you the funded cutback. What is Awakening, by the way? What is this? Is this from some kind of like doctor event you went to? And then a few more. Futures Desk is 60% off all of them, and Take Profit, which is you guys' favorite, is 40% off. Normally it's 30. So Take Profit, you can get a little bit of a better deal there, which is kind of nice. I am avoiding trading the market at this red line. Looks like we are kind of hitting a little bit of resistance here on NASDAQ. S&P is pushing a little harder with higher lows. But still, waiting to see if I get something good off of this. How does Tradeify, ETF, straight to funded compare? They are neck and neck for both being best in class. ETFs is a 15-day payout schedule. Tradeify's is 10. However, Tradeify's is for 3,000. ETF is for 5. So on a 30-day schedule, ETF you can get 10,000. Tradeify you can get 9. There's like $1,000 difference. It really doesn't matter. What you have to choose between the two of them is where the sale is. So sometimes ETF has a better value. Sometimes Tradeify has a better value. But as far as comparing both of them, they're almost near identical, with the exception the consistency rules are slightly different. Tradeify is an at most 20%. Your biggest trade can't be more than 20% of your total, or else they add to your total balance that you have to get for your target. ETF is at least 62%, meaning that your biggest trade has to be at least 62% of your next trade has to be at least 62% of your biggest one for it to count as a trading day. So they both handle consistency the same way. It's practically the same kind of trading thing. You can't trade too big and you can't trade too small. Tradeify gives you a little bit more leniency on trading too small. ETF gives you an at least consistency rule, such that you don't have to limit your gains. You're allowed to scale really quickly as long as you keep scaling. If Tradeify, you have a big blowout day, then your consistency is shot. You have to keep continuing to have big blowout days of equal value, because the consistency, if I make 4,000 on a 2,000 maximum, then I have to make 4,000 every trade. If I make 4,000 in ETF, I only need to make 62% of 4,000 to go. So ETF punishes you less for big blowouts. You don't have to keep making big fat profits to progress further, whereas Tradeify will give you less credit for that. So it's kind of like push and pull. The ETF one being awesome because you don't have to consistently make massively huge payout, like profit, to have it count. Say that if you go over your consistency and make $1,000 and you need to make 620 every other day. If you go over your consistency and make $1,000 with Tradeify, you need to make 1,000 each day, and no more than that. So they're not that different, but it's like, it's which one you like better. And both of them are you can beat both of them by trading consistently anyways. There's really no which one's better. It's like they both have their advantages. So 62% is actually really good. You have to think about it. It's not at most. So there's two different styles. Don't let the sticker shock get you. Theirs is at least 62%. Tradeify's is at most 20%. They're two totally different rule types. So an example is, if you go over, you have to trade bigger anyways in Tradeify. That's just natural. It's just not stated as you need to trade bigger. So like an example, the profit target with the 150K is 9,000 at 20% consistency, right? That means you have 1,800 per trade. You go over 1,800, then the 900 becomes bigger. 1,800 times 5 is 9,000. Sorry, 9,000. If I happen to accidentally make a $2,000 profit, then my profit target becomes 10,000, right? Because they extend the profit target. So I basically just have to inch my way to 10,000. If I have the same numbers with ETF and I make 2,000 the next day, then I just have to make 62% of that, which is 13 for every other day for it to count. So I don't have to push as hard as my big blowout trade. I can still meet my profit target. And the thing is with ETF, they reward you by, while they make you have to trade bigger on your small day, they don't push your profit target out. The profit target stays exactly the same. So when you think about it, it's actually pretty much the same. They both make you trade longer if you go over. They just have clever ways of structuring it to stand out a little differently. If that makes sense. Oh, well, that makes sense. So it's all designed that if you have a big, they're all designed to keep you from winning it all in one trade. If you win it all in one trade, they all just make you trade longer. They just word it differently. It's like 62% in the bigger one. I think it's 23% in the smaller one. Their smaller straight to funded has a smaller rule to go with it. Yeah. So that's it. Short opportunity maybe setting up. Possibly. Like I said, I'm avoiding this right now. I'm not doing much here. Why it sounds like making lows, but S&P and US making highs, because right now, yesterday we saw rotation out of tech and rotation to other things. Today we're seeing rotation out of other things and rotation into tech. So the market people are just moving their money around. And so you saw actually NASDAQ move a lot faster yesterday than the S&P, and today it moved a lot faster than the S&P. Also because sensitivity to the Mag 7. NASDAQ is pushing a little higher just because we had a really tidy little dead cat bounce in NVIDIA today, where NVIDIA just went like right back up to before it started selling yesterday. Yep. So I wouldn't call it a short opportunity. Like I said, I'm still not taking a short here, but it is definitely like I wouldn't be longing from here. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. We move on a dead cat bounce isn't necessarily momentum. It's just the market undoing what it did yesterday. Huge amount of rotation, not a lot of selling for cash. Opportunistic bulls. This is a long entry. Obviously for me, I'd like to trade on my strong pivots only, and I've got no strong pivots up here. Every time I explain all the rules, it's so refreshing. You don't see why anybody wouldn't pay the lifetime plan. Oh, well, by the way, the Rocket Scooter platform also has a 4th of July sale, which I didn't even say. $1,500 off for lifetime, which we used to only do on Black Friday, but now we're starting to do it on the periodic schedule of like holiday sales. So now it's like if you want to buy the software outright instead of paying your monthly sub for it, it's $1,500 off, $2,500 total, which is, pretty much what I think 70-something% of our customers are all lifetime. Pretty much everybody buys the platform outright, and the boot camp is free when you do that, by the way. Yeah, so Tradeify, you can just trade more days on Tradeify. ETF, you'll trade more days as well. So both of the consistency rules are both like the same desire. 1,000 views on Tradeify today. We don't have 1,000 yet. Trying to let it get there. We're getting close. We're getting close. I would love, love, love to see this move here. Move a little lower, but we'll see. Usually this red line, this one right here, is the resistance. And these illiquidity pivots like class, I think 10 and the bootcamp covers how to do this calculation. It's really cool. I did it live earlier on the stream. And what it does is it looks for this really cool, I'm not going to reveal it, but the bootcamp will teach you guys. It's based on this little move right here. Why this move and no other move is something important going on here. And this level 809 was calculated from that little leg right there on a tick chart. There's something that we look for. And then we walked right up to it. Very cool trick. Giveaway in just a little bit, you guys. Hang tight. And I am like super tired today. For whatever reason, man. I was tired yesterday. I'm tired today. 8 hours of streaming every day, though. I'm finally starting to get used to my new schedule here. Ooh, 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 ooh. If you guys want to know when it comes to prop firms why I like each one of them, I'll tell you why I like each one of them. This is my honest, just like my honest approach to giving you guys why I think they're all the best. Every prop firm is like, promote us, promote us. All of them out there want you to do it. I'll tell you guys which one I think is the best and why, because they all have different rules. But in reality, if you read through all the fine print, there's some of them that are just slightly better than others because you can just tell. Starting at the top of the list at the bottom of the screen right here. Right here, right here, right here. Which way? This way. My Fund of Futures, Tradeify, all the 6 on this screen right here are amazing. I don't really talk about Apex anymore. They kind of, even though we do have an Apex code, I no longer promote Apex. Although Apex is a great firm. I can't promote every single one of them out there. I got to kind of like limit, but I'm not like talking about their sale or anything. So my Fund of Futures has end of the day drawdown account, which is best in class. It's the best one out there. You have no DLL, no consistency rules, and that's basically it. There's payout cap at the end, but most of the firms with amazing rules have payout caps. Think of that as you don't care if there's a payout cap. People are sometimes whine about it or whatever, but it's because people don't understand that the only ones that don't have payout caps are the ones that are usually more risky and harder rules and more subjective judging. You can think of like My Fund of Futures and Tradeify in the class of stable prop firms. You're going to get a decent return. It's not for your $1 million payout. Tradeify, I've banked like 50K with Tradeify this year. Not bad return on my investment. I think that's great. And so with my funded, it's a consistent return. With Tradeify, it's a consistent return. That's why both of these are good. Now, what the difference between both of them are, while Tradeify has an end of the day drawdown account called Growth, my funded is better. No offense. I love Tradeify, but my funded is better for many reasons. No consistency makes it immediately better, and no DLL. Now, Funded Next has an end of the day account that is fantastic with uncapped payouts. So neck and neck. The rules are Funded Next has DLL, but uncapped payout. My Fund of Futures, no DLL, which is easier to get a payout, but the payout is smaller. To each their own. But those are the 2 best in class end of the day drawdown accounts is Funded Next and My Fund of Futures. And I trade both of them. So end of the day drawdown is my favorite type of drawdown. Well, static, I guess would be, but that's a whole different class on its own. And speaking of static, Elite Trader Funding is the only static in town we're touching. I would say is by far, they give you a huge fat $2,000 static drawdown, which is unheard of. Apex gives you 625. It's 3.5 times better than Apex. And you guys, you're welcome, because you can thank me for pressing them to give you a stellar static. I sat there with them multiple meetings and told them that the static they had was really good. They need to push it. And not only did they push it more, they went and made it like 3 times better. The Futures Desk is the next best static out there, and it's fantastic. That's why I put them on the list, because they have a stellar static account as well. Static is great. You don't have a trailing drawdown. It mirrors the real account best. So your 2 S tier statics are Futures Desk and ETF, hands down. Yeah, and you guys are saying that right now, the Futures Desk static is awesome as well. Yeah, absolutely. Futures Desk static, perfect. The idea that, so back to Funded Desk, sorry, back to Funded Next and Future, My Funded Futures, got to get so tongue-tied with this, is that you basically choose, do you want the uncapped payouts but the harder path to get there, or do you want the capped payouts and easier path to get there? It's to each their own. I'm trading both of them for different reasons. Funded Next, I want to get $1 million payout. My Funded Futures, I just want consistent payouts. You know, they approve in milliseconds now, which is crazy. Also, Tradeify approves almost instantly, near instantly within the hour is really good. Now, where Tradeify stands out as their straight to funded is best in class. You want to skip the eval and go straight to funded, Tradeify is it. But Tradeify, again, it's not uncapped payouts. You can make 80K lifetime total with them. They give you a 20K live account, and then you're done forever. So a lot of firms like Tradeify Once you milk as much as you can, you're done with it, and it's fine. Go make your money and be done with it. What's the best static again? Elite Trader Funding with $2,000 drawdown. And at 65% off, it's like one of the best deals that is out there right now. Probably, I would say, apart from the single 50% offs that you're getting with Tradeify and My Funded, the ETF 65% off is probably the best deal out there of all of them for the static. Because static accounts are amazing. They're just normally very expensive. And so the fact that you get a huge discount on that is really good. Now, why I like, and I'll Take Profit is the only one on the list I haven't traded with, but I have them there because you guys love trading with them. And Take Profit is daily payouts, which people like. And Take Profit is now the alternative to Apex. So people that used to trade with Apex no longer trade with Apex. They pretty much go with Take Profit. It's like the next best alternative. Trailing drawdown at Pro, and then it goes end of the day drawdown once you go live to Pro Plus. It goes to end of the day, which is kind of cool. They just changed that, and that's 40% off. Now I'll tell you guys, of all the affiliate code use here, Take Profit is bigger than the next two put together. You guys use Take Profit more than anybody. And so they have a 40% off for their stuff. And like I said, Take Profit is like the alternative to Apex, trailing drawdown, you know, but they have daily payouts, and that's why people like them. It's kind of nice to get paid out every day. Now, the other side of this is Elite Trader Funding also has a straight to funded, and it's at par with Tradeify's. It just depends on which one's the better sale. But they're both really good. And that's it. That's why I like each one of them. Because each one of them has like a best in class type situation or a specific type of account. My code for My Funded Futures, my code for all of them is Rocket Scooter, like way up here at the top, and then it's Rocket for Funded Next. So, yeah. Now, Apex is still great. It's just like, I don't have room to just say every firm is great because a lot of firms are great, but instead of Apex, I recommend Take Profit instead. Elite Trader Funding has static. Yeah, the static is, like I say, it's the best in class static account out there. Like compared to Apex's static account, it gives you almost 3.5 times the drawdown for a similar price with a 65% off sale. Am I waiting on a trade? Yep, just waiting. I could take a long here, but on dead cat bounce days, I usually don't like to take it. I usually, once it extends its move right here, I kind of just am sitting out and waiting. I made $600 today, so I'm just kind of chilling. You know, like in no hurry to like do much. It is supporting this area, which is good, but I'm just waiting. You're done with Apex, too many rules. Saul, I'm on the same page as you. Is like pretty much Apex is like too many rules, I would say, and too many rule changes, and kind of like I started to deem them as kind of becoming too risky at this point. Not that they're a bad firm at all. Apex is still like A+ firm, but Take Profit you just hear less shenanigans with, and most people have shifted to Take Profit. And if you ask all the other like, you know, prop influencers or whatever out there, they'll tell you Take Profit is the new fan favorite. Like everyone talks about how out of the blue, Take Profit just became like everyone's #1 prop firm. Case in point, I don't even trade with them, and you guys use their code twice as much as any of the other codes. That's how popular they were. And so it's the only one that I haven't personally traded with, and I usually only vouch for ones I personally traded with. It's the one rare exception. I just haven't had any room to trade with anything else. But I go off of you guys' word and everyone else's. Normally, I'd have to trade a firm and work with them myself. And also Futures Desk, I haven't traded with them yet either. But when I push a firm hard, it's because I've traded with them and got a payout. And I believe that they're going to not have like shenanigans for you guys. Because I don't want to be in the boat of, I recommended some firm that's a rug pull. I do my due diligence pretty heavily. So Take Profit was the one I was like, well... And then everybody's like, no, dude, they're good. And then everyone out there told me they were good. All the big influencers like, oh yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good. And so, like, okay. And then you guys were like, yeah, they're great. You take it back. You're loyal to Apex. Yeah, I like Apex. Like I said, Tyler loves Apex. I'm not anti-Apex at all. I just have to choose. What do I like better, Coke or Pepsi? They're both tasty. All right, we gotta do some kind of giveaway. What should we do today, you guys? We got holidays coming up. Oh, and by the way, we are doing our music writing contest. If you go into Rocket Scooter Discord, we are doing a music writing contest. We do this a couple times a year. There is a song submission channel. If you go to the song submission channel, you can write an AI song. It can be metal, it can be rock, it can be hip hop, EDM, whatever. We've had some killer songs. I'm going to play the EST song just so you guys can hear one of the examples. I'm obsessed with this song. And while we're doing this here, I want you guys to type in, let's do something normal. We didn't get 100,000 viewers. Well, we did, but not the time of the giveaway. Kind of light today, but holidays, you know. We're going to go ahead and do, let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so what I'm going to do for you guys is, ready? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Let's do, in light of today's sale, let's do My Funded Features. Everybody buy Funded Features in chat. Let's do, I'll give away 2 accounts because we got close. So if you guys are on the stream, we do more giveaways here than probably anybody. We usually do normally 100 account giveaways per month. I'm gonna do 120 now, so I can go buy a Tradeify straight to fund it every day. So we break 1,000 viewers. Type it in. Runs over gurus just for fun. On Thursday, we'll be giving away a lifetime account. If you spend $1,000 using our codes in the previous month, David Ozio, Lake Fork Guide, you're winner number 1. That is a David Ozio. I'm just gonna write that down. Ozio. Type something in chat, buddy. You gotta type something in chat, David. David. There he is. There he is. There he is. Awesome, bud. Gotcha. Just in time. About this time, we do a giveaway every day. We didn't get any EST trades today, though. It was a B setup that just rolled up in a dead cat bounce. J space V. JV. All right, all you geeds. 2 winners today. Medium giveaway. But on Thursday, we do our lifetime giveaway. If every single month, if you spend at least $1,000 with prop firms, believe me, we'll check. On Thursday, we'll do a giveaway for free lifetime rocket scooter, which is a $4,000 expense to buy the platform outright. Good job, good job, good job. All right, you two, send Slacks a message in our Discord. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID. Open it up so we can prove that it's you. Take a little screenshot. Send it to Slacks, SLACKS, or go on the contest channel. He'll get a hold of you. And then from there, we'll get you your accounts. With My Funded Futures, you need to already have an account with these guys. And then we'll hook you up. You'll get a buy tomorrow. For ETF, is it a static, no trailing drawdown? Yeah. That's correct, but it's also 65% off of that, Caliborn. So 65% off of their listed price. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. All right, we will be going to the My Funded Show in about 30 minutes or so. We'll probably do tons of giveaways there like we always do. I'm just chilling. I'm not doing anything. I made $600. Big ass rally, but dead cat bounce rally. I didn't have much evidence as I got a little worried that now this is just rotation. When you see this, resilience was just going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower to about right here. And then people turn on the buy programs right there and the market picked up some momentum. It wasn't low enough for me to short. It was just low enough to me to say after I got the opening move and close out, I was just done. I got this leg right here and I closed out. And then all evidence was, okay, it's just peaking and we're done. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, buying picked up here, which you can't forecast, right? It's kind of just, it happens sometimes. Somebody just said, yep, today's the day we're going to buy. And they just turned on and they gobbled up. And I think this was mostly like, you know, we had NVIDIA dead cat bounce. What's up? Aren't you working? Did you leave an hour ago?
My plans changed. I'm not going. I'm gonna go to work, but that's all I'm gonna go to work.
Okay. Wait, you're not gonna get the dog or go see the dog?
No, because my mom just went and bought everything she needed for the dog. She might come up tonight though.
Okay.
Let's hang out.
Cool.
I heard you were tired.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh.
Don't exploit this.
God, my shoulders, God, they hurt so much. You know, I wanted to cook dinner tonight, like something really nice for you, but like I can't even lift my arm because it hurts so much. Is there like, did you see them earlier today threatening to clip me when I was talking about eating my hand roll sushi?
What?
And I was like, they roll up the sushi and you hold the log in your hand and you eat it. And
oh my God.
And then they were making fun. I was like, oh, well, you put your hand in the back to catch it in case anything falls out the back. That's something about
Why
hand.
don't you put it on the desk and try to eat it?
Wait, what?
Yeah, do what you did, but put it on your desk and then try to eat it.
No.
Put your mouth to the
No,
squirrel.
these guys will clip it. I'll get in a lot of trouble. We had fun last night with going to Hando.
I know, I want to go again. So if my mom comes, maybe we'll go again.
Yeah, the place is pretty darn good. Okay.
I need money for dry clean.
Wait, right now?
No, later. I'm picking up your dry clean.
You only pay when you pick it up.
Yeah.
Is it already done?
Yeah. It's it's $5 a piece. I'm just kidding.
Take it. Go.
It's okay. I'm just
Go.
kidding.
Thank you for taking my dry cleaning.
Welcome. Do you want me to bring you food? Because you won't get your salada probably until like.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. You can wait till 1.
Yeah. ESG every single time we take the train, we don't hide. What a cool song. So by the way, I'm just going to play a random song that somebody submitted. If you submit an AI song and we run with it and keep it, you'll win lifetime. And last time we gave away 2 lifetimes because we kept 2 of the songs. Or I assume we gave away 3. We pulled DJ Boat's song and hit the like button. Hando. Yeah, it's called Hando, believe it or not. But
market makers tremble, their game laid bare. Mac cracks the code like he just doesn't care. Pickles on the couch dreaming of a chase.
Pickles on the couch dreaming of a chase. I love it. All right, guys, I'm $600 richer today. Holla. Not every day is a big fat day. Today didn't give me a good signal. I did the cautious thing, which was wait, but you guys, if y'all look at this, obviously why we don't short the market randomly, right? Because even though it's looking bad, I still don't short because I can get caught off guard. But you guys at least know, right? Did y'all learn from me today? I told you guys it looked bad. I'm just going to sit out, but I said, but we still don't short, right? And the market just went blah, 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 blah. Somebody decided right here to start buying, and you can't forecast that. You can have predicted that the waves turn on. But to someone else, that was a value, and then everything just kind of kicked on right about here, right? The buying started picking up. Volume, short squeeze started happening. Volume was increasing on NVIDIA. Little dead cat bounce there. And that's just part of like trading is not picking every move, it's picking only the good moves. And that's really like the key takeaway from my trading style. Pickle's still with the in-laws. Yeah, he's over there for the week. Is Kirsten here? Yeah, she's usually here every day. She had a 13-day win streak last month. Yeah, because of her awesome trading rolls. What she said, she had like a she won like a 2-week streak or a 3-week streak. iDoc smile burning brightest of all. Oh, that's great. Somebody has an every single time trade too. On.
Hedge pressure, resilience, D-dip bands.
Dude, I'm already digging the beat. This has like a Nicky Romero feel to it. I love it. This is cool, man. Oh yeah, this is Rogue's song, by the way. Rogue of the Lamb. This is his song. This one's good.
Rocket scooter.
This is cool. Yeah, dude, the beat is good, man. That's really good. Hell yeah, dude. I feel like I'm an ultra right now. Down. It's such the best thing in the world when the beat drops like this. It's just the melody, and like it's just so quiet you're out in the audience, like packed in with people. That's cool, man. That's very cool. Actually, no, it kind of feels like it kind of has like a Dimitri Vegas sound to it. Speaking of Tomorrowland. Kind of reminds me of, what was that song? Ocarina. Who's got the Molly water? We call it holy water. That's pretty cool. The Molly water. You gotta stay hydrated, man. Who brought the holy water? This is a good beat, dude. This is actually pretty cool. Even if it's not a theme song, it's like a song that I would actually just listen to, man. Just random on my playlist. Tyler's running around the nude right now. Bro, put some pants on. What'd I tell you? Your mom's gonna be home soon. Okay. That's a cool one, dude. I dig that one. What else you got? Dang, man, you got like another version of that. Armin van Buren throws his hands to the crowd.
Rocket scooter, hedge pressure.
I love the countdown, like the 3, 2, 1, drop. That's good, man. Y'all can't feel it, but my subwoofer's like vibrating the floor right now. My feet are vibrating. That's a good beat, man. All right, I like it. All right, one more, and then we gotta start prepping for our. We saw Armin like in the early 2000s. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, I saw him not too long ago. How's how many legs does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl. Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take? A 1, a 2, a 3. 3. Nobody ever makes it without biting. Why would I make you take shorts today? Nothing. 0. Those are very flattering lyrics. Dun 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 dun. I like that. That was cool. That's cool. I like dun 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 dun. I like that. That riff is cool. The timing changes in this song is pretty cool. I like it. Like the lyrics are like with like the riff. That's really cool. About ETF funding, if you pass the eval, how much you charge a PA account activation fee? It used to be $80. I don't know what it is right now. Hold on, let me double check. I'll tell you guys, if y'all want to know what my recommendation right now, as far as like, get a 50% off. Like if you want to do end of the day drawdowns, get a 50% off my funded futures expert, and then load up on the funded next, because it's pretty much the same account. You can get one of each type. If you want the static or straight to funded, go for the ETFs. Get your 50% off Tradeify. It's a pretty obvious choice depending on how much out there you guys like the props and want to grab. But I would at least get the 50% offs, one of each, because you can only get one. And I would load up on the funded next and the ETFs if you can, because they're pretty good. Let me check out their fees here. On it used to be $80. I don't see it written here. They really need to update their website to really display this a little better. Hold on, let me find it. Static. It doesn't state on here. They are updating their site, by the way. They said they're working on it. That I don't know. It's not written there. Jumps are pretty good on this one, yeah. FAQ. Let me see if it's in the FAQ. Oh, here it is. I found it. It's just hard to find. It's $80. Yeah, it's still $80. So all of their accounts, with the exception of direct to funded, have an $80 activation fee when you go activation. That's pretty dope. Let me play someone else's song. What do we got? Liquidity Pockets Metalcore. Oh, dude. There we go. Wow, I've never heard AI Metalcore before. Bro, I love metalcore. That sounds like kind of reminds me of kind of has like a As I Lay Dying sort of sound to it, or Darkest Hour, you know, like old school like metalcore. Atreyu. That's like that whole group of artists back in the day. I was a big metalcore fan. As I Lay Dying, dude, that's one of my favorite bands from back in the day. And Darkest Hour, you guys like them? I told you guys, dude, I listen to all kind of music. Like, I got a Miles Davis t-shirt on. I mean, like, I've got like, I would literally listen to As I Lay Dying on repeat, but then I'll also, like, when I cook dinner, listen to Birth of the Cool, Miles Davis. I think a lot of metalheads like jazz though, because jazz is kind of like metal. It's just weird, it's so non-conformative that it's more like metal too. It's like non-conforming. It's just it's like this explosion of. That's good, man. You like Skid Row? I like Skid Row. Consider you if peeing in your pants is cool, consider yourself Miles Davis. That's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Ever went on a bus. Ooh, Ernie peed his pants. Gross. Hey, Billy peed his pants too. You're itching to put on a trade? Don't itch to put on a trade. I'm just goofing off because I don't want to have an itch to do anything. The market has moved on the dead cat bounce and is flat. It is a coin flip from here. There is nothing wrong with missing out. Kaizen says, traders can play as low as $39.99 for activation fee if they purchase the account with the 3D add-on at checkout. Oh, that's really cool. I'll tell you guys, when y'all update your website, make that streamlined or it's easy to find. Like, I would love that people to see that. So you can actually do this thing where the activation fee can be as low as $40. Pretty cool. I know you guys are revamping the site. ETF is very cool because they have one of every type of, it's like a buffet, every type of account, they got one of each. But the problem is it's hard to streamline communicating all the different things for all the different accounts in one spot. So they have a unique challenge ahead of them, as many prop firms just have like one type of account that's easy to like cram all the information on one screen. So these guys are doing, well, last time I talked to them, they're doing this really awesome website overhaul. But, and you know, what they're doing is there's nobody you can like clone or copy after, because nobody's website will have as much variety. That's pretty cool. So they have a unique challenge. I'm excited to see how they solve that problem. Let's do a non-metal song. That way I don't keep the same different styles here. So I'm excited to see what they end up coming up with for their site. Nothing here is hinting at selling. Just pass your 100K fast track, bro. Nice job, nice job. Is the expert MFFU build monthly? Let me double check what the rules are now. It is monthly, yeah. It's, but I didn't know if they had changed it for the sale. I was looking for if the sale was any different. It's still monthly. The sales, a lot of people have like different rules for the sales. Oh, that was cool, but it's only a minute long, huh? Okay. Oh, dude. Chasing down the numbers, yeah, we're taking flight. Options, trading, calculations on my mind. Got my crew beside me, always hustling, never blind. High stakes, high rewards with the gold. Dude, this is like, bro, see, Jacob State Farm, this is straight up Ghetto Boys, dude. Nah, dude. Yeah, I think it's like Ghetto Boys meet Gorillaz. The singer sounds like the Gorillaz guy. But the beat, bro, the beat sounds like, you know what I'm saying? You like Ghetto Boys, right? That beat just sounds like,
Rolling with the profits, we're in the spotlight. Flipping every dollar till we reach that height.
That's a Ghetto Boy sound to it. Reminds me like my mind playing tricks on me sort of beat to it. Yeah. That's like one of my favorite hip hop songs. I mean, from Houston, so that's like a. Did you guys know Gorillaz was also Blur? You guys remember that song 2 from Blur? That band is Gorillaz. That was their second project. A lot of people don't know that. All right, guys. Every deal I'm making on this rocket I glide. Numbers in my favor, watch the volume swell. In the game of finance, you either win or 12. You guys know, have y'all ever heard Mine is Playing Tricks on Me, the Ghetto Boy song? I'll tell you what I say. I don't know if I'll get a copyright strike, but I'll play like five seconds of it. A little bit of it. You've all heard it before. You just didn't know this who it was. Houston Legends, man.
Alone in my four-cornered room, staring at the candle. Oh, that shit is on. Let me drop some shit.
All right, I can't play too much or I'll get a copyright strike.
But I don't know who it is, so I'm watching my back. I can see him when I'm deep.
Y'all have heard that song before. That's what this one sounded like. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Got the future in sight. Pressure on the hedge, but I'm feeling all right. Chasing down the number.
Yeah, fire song, dude. So fire. What else? We got a couple more. Nice throw, Jake. I like this.
Chasing numbers, wild and blind. Rocket dreams, they fill my mind. Hedge the pressure, stakes so high.
Yeah, Ghetto Boys on final. Dude, nice.
Burning dollars touch the sky. Algorithm spin the wheel. Truth or gamble, what's the deal?
They kind of like started the Houston hip hop scene. Like when I was in high school, like I was the one metalhead that ran around with like a Ghetto Boys CD in my in the middle, in between, like stuck between a Pantera and a Deicide CD. I'd have like I'd have like a whole bunch of old school Houston hip hop. That's a good song. Put on New Kids on the Block. Which one? What song you want to play? Step by step. Ooh, baby. Wanna get with you, girl. No pop, please. LOL. You like this one? This one's good, right? What a boring day. Since we had that big run up, Dead Cat bouncing video, we're still kind of cycling the same area. No trades for me today. From here, nothing. I made 600 bucks and I'm good. Nice variety music is mandatory. Yeah, I do like it. These are all song submissions. So guys, go to the contest channel, song submission, sorry, channel. And if you have an idea for a song or an AI song, throw it in there because we're doing a contest. And if we pick your song for whatever use on the stream, we'll gift you a lifetime. So be clever, right? Somebody wrote an EST every single time song, which is clearly going to be a finalist because I love it so much already. Metal, rock, something that has power, something that has velocity. Something that tells me if I show up in New York, I will perish, according to somebody said today. My first death threat on stream, that was kind of cool. That's weird. Nice, I'm not making a connection, but I recently had a couple trolls show up online. Crisscross. Can't wait to play some crisscross. Jump, jump, crisscross to make you jump, jump. Didn't one of them like recently die, right? Like this last decade or something? One of the crisscross guys. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Mac Dad will make you jump, jump. From a drug overdose? Oh man, that's sad. When I was a kid in elementary school, we all wore our pants backwards. That was the style because of Chris. If you guys want to know, all right, so people that were like 80s kids, right? There was a style where everyone was wearing their pants backwards for like a hot month or two because these two kids are wearing their pants backwards. And my elementary school was like, you can't wear your pants backwards anymore. But their whole gig was they wore their clothes backwards. And that was the funny thing we all did. Fourth grade me was like, check out my baggy backwards pants. And then they were like, nope, you have to dress normal. In jerseys, yeah. That's back in the day when everyone had a slap bracelet, which they also banned from elementary school because they were injuring people according to the principal, which I think was a lie. Slap bracelets, how can you get injured with a slap bracelet? What a lie. They're lying to you. You get injured on a slap bracelet. We can put your eye out. No, it won't. I feel like there were more accidents involving pens and pencils than slap bracelets, but you had to wear your clothes right side up, and you couldn't wear slap bracelets. Yeah, they kept getting banned in people's schools, probably because people were slapping each other with it, and some Karen parent was like, I don't like that they're slapping each other around. All right, good song, good song. All right, oops, let me pause that. Good deal. All right, couple more. And again, I'm just playing them for fun. Rock Scooter Gang.
He saw the markets not for what they were, but for what they could be. Rocket Scooter!
All right, guys, get ready for my fun in a second. Not to give away the show. Go there and don't forget to say hey to Tom. Give some love to Tom. Don't just go in there and talk about me. We show up at the end of his show. Give Tom some love. Give My Fun and Features some love. What's the best My Fun and Features account? The Expert. It's better by like infinite reasons. It's better. mean, you guys made a bunch of cool songs. I'm just skipping through them. I'll play them all later when we get another chance. Dwaygo made a song. I like this one. Somebody said, forever long, I want to be forever long. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so Mr. Cito, right, after you pass the eval and then get your payout, and you get a certain amount of payout to give you the rewards. So whatever your drawdown is, as soon as you make that much in payout, they give you the reward. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's an extra, they give you a bonus. It's like a percentage of your total or whatever. Yeah. So you have to make a certain amount of payout. I think it's like, I think it's equal to the total drawdown that you had, whatever the buffer was. Chasing the Rise of Anger. I'll play it later. We got to get ready to get out of here. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I made $600 today. I managed to crawl back. I almost made like 10K yesterday. I was almost down 10K in one account, almost to zero, but let's call it. Got to get ready for My Funded TV. Kind of a boring day. Not a lot going on. We just chilled here. We had a good time, as we always do.
Trends we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing paths the others cross. Institutions will be